Hello, everybody. Welcome to EUphoria, Age of the Outage, Blackout. Hang on, I need to mute the stream because I can hear myself from somewhere. That's confusing. Hello again. Hi, welcome in to EUphoria. If you don't know what EUphoria is, and you're seeing us for the first time, EUphoria is a community designed to spotlight diverse TTRPGs and creatives locally here in Europe and outside the US. A lot of it's very focused on there, so we're trying to be the rest of that. Please do consider supporting and following Euphoria on all their socials. They'll be down below and in the linky things and everything. But welcome to Age of the Outage Blackout. This is one of the things happening for Black History Month this year. It's a TTRPG I actually built myself, and yeah, we're celebrating the fact that it's Black History Month in the UK and Ireland and some other European countries. So we're spotlighting a load of Black creatives. Um, I am Chochy or Leon, and I will be your game master today. Um, I am wearing a very pink and colorful 90s outfit today. I am feeling the vibes. My pronouns are they, them. And here are my players. We'll go around the room. Let's start with Falarin.
Hello, my name is Falarin, pronouns he, him. I am, what's my vibe? I'm a black man wearing a black baseball cap and a blue sweatshirt with a blue background behind me. And that's all the information you need to know for now. Other things will emerge. It'll happen. Story. Fun.
Um, Lola.
Hi, I am Lola, and I am wearing headphones with purple hair and a purple jumper. I am a black person also, and yeah, I guess my pronouns are they, them, and I'm here.
Hell yeah. And Nathan?
Hello, party people. I am your androgynous android late night DJ Nathan Blades. Pronouns he, they. I am a black individual with dark blue rectangular with sunglasses, just regular glasses, big chunky over the ear headphones, a retro flat top afro, and we are in our cozy autumn white cardigan era.
Hell yeah. And last but definitely not least, we have Magnolia.
Hi, my name is Magnolia. Pronouns she, her. I'm wearing headphones. You can't see through my hair. I've got shoulder length locks, a festive little 70s hippie cardigan on, and a dress that's slightly lighter than olive. I don't know color theory. You'll have to forgive me.
No, that's great. Yeah, welcome everybody in. Welcome to this is session 2, but this is actually like a much bigger cast than we have for session 1, so we will be doing a bit of a recap and stuff anyway, so fear not. Like session 1, I'd say it was a lot of everyone getting used to the system and getting used to each other playing this game. That being said, uh I'm putting you on the spot. Would either of you who was here last time like to do a quick recap, or would you like me to? I'm happy to do it, but I like making players do it.
I mean, do you want it to be good?
I'm sure it'll be good anyway.
I mean, and getting it from our perspectives is
Yeah, the main
entirely
thing is if
different.
I do it, I'm always like, am I gonna give you guys information you forgot? That like it's funnier if you
I
don't
mean, that's.
remember it.
I mean, it's good to get information that we forgot.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause,
Yeah, but I want to see what you think's important.
You also run the risk of accidentally giving some information that they're not supposed to know, that you
Yeah.
know about what
I
happened.
want that information though.
No, you don't need it. None of
I
it.
think I could cerebro mind palace this bad boy. I think I can.
Okay, go for it.
I think I
wanna
can
see
pull this
this.
rabbit out of his hat. Okay, beginning of last session started in flashbacks with both of our characters at the start of this huge event called the Blackout. The Blackout being hey, there's no more technology on this planet, Guilty Gear style. It's wild. Nothing you have to plug in works anymore. And so I'm so sorry, Lola. What was your character's name?
Oh, hell,
Did you
me
forget to-
suddenly. No, you're
Hellebore.
putting me on the spot.
Hellebore. No, I
yeah.
got it. Hellebore found this
Hellebore
out.
Black.
Hellebore Black found this out in their apartment trying to microwave dinner. Sunrise and Isaacs found this out right before class started, when class didn't start because there was no electricity to do anything. And I'm assuming the professor had a PowerPoint that was no longer ready after that. They then went to what we could call like support group for like prophesied individuals, one might say. In order to
Hero's
avoid
Journey support
yeah,
group. Yep.
called the hero's journey, ironically enough, to avoid doing hero's journey bullshit. We're big into refusing the call here. We did that, try to do the regular session. The regular session did not happen because the I don't remember what the council leader, session leader, I don't know what the exact term for it is.
What happened was someone turned up that wasn't Cherry Sunday.
Cherry Sunday got doppelganged.
Yeah.
And Cherry Sunday got doppelganged by, oh god, I can't remember a
Drama?
name ever. What God of Drama something? Dima?
Don't
Darian?
remember God of Drama's name. But,
Damien? David? I don't know. The
Damien.
God of
One of the
God
names
of
you gave is correct.
Damien? Damien.
Yeah.
It's Damien. The
Damien.
God of Drama proceeded to just sort of circumnavigate both Hellebore and Sunrise's training and inveigle them in some bullshit, shall we say. Leading to them going to the docks to investigate the one spot in the city where power's still working. They found some quote unquote suspicious activity, ganged up with some rats, did some slight what we could call corporate espionage, and then
the rats did it.
The
The
rats
did it.
we Hellebore outsourced corporate espionage to Remy and the gang. And then this ended with us back at Hellebore's apartment making plans for what to do next, and I forgot to say what was in the plans.
Yeah, do you remember the thing that got stuck? The
And
receipts
the
that you
dream.
found? Because there's
And
a
the
particular material that was
We
important. in the
found
receipts.
something called Diasteel. Found a receipt for a shit ton of something called Diasteel. We found plans for very like kind of like
super advanced prosthetics.
super advanced
and
prosthetics,
then
and
weird
then
like weaponry and stuff that was very not advanced.
a seventh grade boy's idea of what you would do with the new like metal you discovered, which is make a sword out of it.
Mhm.
And then we both had a dream, and I don't. It was
It was a
Caesar
weird
Augustus to Jason.
Yeah.
Is how I would describe
I
it.
don't know what that means.
Steve Augustus
Well,
or
it's a bunch
Jason?
of people getting together to stab somebody, as far as I remember.
Oh, Caesar. Yeah,
Yes.
with you. With
Mhm.
you.
It would more aptly be called a jumping.
Yeah.
And
Because
I
Caesar famously got
believe
jumped.
that's where. Yes, they got jumped. Yes, no, I believe that's where we left off. And was that? Did we get all the information? Are we caught back up?
No.
Are we?
Yeah, like that was you remembered more than I thought you would actually.
I
So-
remember when I thought I would too.
No, because I'm now imagining Caesar literally turning around and being like, "Et tu, Brute?" And it's just a bunch of guys in hoods just being like
Run down
raising up their
pockets,
banners, just like, "Yeah, bro, sorry."
You know,
Yeah. But yeah,
Brutus
so,
is in a toga. Everybody else was in hoodies.
but to set the scene for you now, so since last night, it was the Monday morning support group, as you have, didn't really happen because of all of this. You all would have woken up this morning with a like messenger pigeon at your door that claims to be from the real Cherry Sunday this time. Whether it is, because Cherry, you've also received one.
Yes.
It says that the meeting has actually been rescheduled due to the fact that you weren't able to make it yesterday. So we will kind of zone in. We're looking straight down at a seat of chairs in the middle of this like dilapidated sports hall. Someone's put them out, and each of you will have a chance to enter this room. Tell us what you're like. How's your vibe today? Are you really tired? Are you exhausted from these weird dreams, or is it just a regular Tuesday for you? Let me see your vibes.
Assuming the fact that Cherry Sunday was not privy to everything that happened yesterday, Cherry wasn't at the hero's journey yesterday because it was her day off, which she uses for advanced planning. She has a vision journal that she keeps very much up to date, and it needs a regular kind of like a revisits and circling back tos. As per usual, Cherry Sunday is looking her Sunday best. She is all business, all woman, all businesswoman, with a kind of like tight-fitting, bright red suit. The kind of like blouse that she's wearing, low cuts. You can see the royal emblem that is on her clavicle. She does enjoy showing that off. The fact that it shows off other things is immaterial. Hair precisely coiffed. It would be the kind of like I would say like 20s or 30s kind of like finger weaved kind of set hair, and she is just ready to work people through their day. And she makes her way in, and currently there is no one there. Perfect, as she begins to kind of like move chairs around, start getting the juice out, start getting the whiteboard rolled out, and so on and so forth.
Can I ask a question?
Mhm.
What time did these pigeons arrive?
Oh, cannot
Chochy,
hear you.
we cannot hear you.
Don't mind me accidentally muting myself while other people are talking. Can I ask you a counter question quickly, which is, do you sleep with a window open, considering there's no fans or anything in this?
Oh, absolutely. I sleep with a window open in real life. Yes. No, it was 9 last night and it didn't get closed. I'm just shivering. We're fine.
Yeah, so you woke up at like 5 a.m. to a pigeon like on your chest.
Okay. In this case, I hate to say it, I have a bit planned. Actually, yeah. No, can I? If I could do Sunrise's intro, actually.
For sure. I will. I guess then the logistics of timing. This means that Cherry Sunday is up incredibly early, so this pigeon shows up to the community center where we hold Hero's Journey rather than her house. To which, as she kind of like opens these big, all kind of like, oh, this building was already quite old and not necessarily very well looked after, but clean, like all community centers are, with a kind of like metal window that's definitely lead underneath many layers of white paint.
It's just a sprinkling of asbestos.
Yeah.
We can't detect that now. We don't have the technology to do so.
We're just getting mesothelioma.
The pigeon lands on that windowsill, and she's like, "Oh, well, I wasn't expecting mail this early," and like removes the little note attached to its little leg.
Okay. In this case, Sunday gets this letter, and we cut to several hours earlier. Let's call it 5:45 a.m., where Sunday is bike, not where it's supposed to be out front, but like hidden around back the building, chained up. And we cut to, I'm assuming there's like, I'm unfortunately thinking of like an American school gymnasium, to where you have like the stage and then the gym.
Sure.
Yeah, so it is like there's like a wooden stage at one end of this hall and like steps up to it at the sides of it, and then you've got like the big bit where people presumably will play like, we don't really do basketball in the UK, but like sports. It has sports markings on the floor.
There's
right?
not
Sports. Yeah. This world is not our
Badminton.
world. It is sport. They have a different sport. It is sport, whatever that is.
Yeah, they do just have regular basketball. No, and you like amongst all the like drama shit and set pieces and all the old things like just sort of stacked up back by the stage. When Cherry comes in, we cut briefly to Sunrise, just her eyes poking through a bunch of various set pieces as she's staking out this joint. And she's like, okay, you got replaced last time. Is that her? Is that Cherry Sunday? We don't know. We're going to see if a second one shows up.
Truly, as the wind like the morning breeze blows through this window and catches her perfectly finger coiffed hair as she glances askance, not looking at you, and yet you still feel that she's looking at you. This is absolutely Cherry Sunday.
Yeah, this one feels a lot more business and woman than the last one.
The previous one was maybe only like 70% business, 60% woman, like not really pushing it. A C grade at best.
C grade at best. I think describing as any percent business is so generous.
Yeah. I mean, hey, drama can be a business.
It can be, but I don't know. That just feels Christ-like, honestly.
I just
Sure.
don't think drama's performance was really giving. So
No, it wasn't.
Wow.
It wasn't.
mm.
He's not getting the call back.
I mean, hey, drama's not the best at auditions. Drama prefers self-tapes. Drama's one of those people.
But
Just
to,
to know.
to circle back to it and like I guess bring the bit full circle, she looks as she unravels this message from the pigeon and starts to kind of like wander towards where the stage is sitting at and where you have sequestered yourself. And you get the impression that you've been made, and instead she just sits on the edge of the stage and reads the note, probably in a way where if you're kind of real scoping over her shoulder, you could probably see also what it says. What does it say, Chochy?
The note says, couldn't make Monday, Tuesday morning, rescheduling Hero's Journey. And Journey is spelt wrong, by the way. Meeting. And then it says Cherry Sunday, only Sunday is written like the food.
With an AE. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A pause. Now, if I didn't know any better, somebody is trying to seize control over my narrative. Well, that's not acceptable. I wonder if any of my, I guess charges was maybe too strong of a word, but also she thinks she's alone. I wonder if any of my charges have been speaking to any particular deities again, if they've got any big ideas about certain heroics.
Somewhere you censor disturbance in the force.
Mm-hmm.
I do actually. I want to see how stealthy you're being.
Okay,
We can roll that off. Absolutely. Mm-hmm.
Roll this thing. We have dice.
Yeah.
I don't have. I didn't take out the dice box. We don't have dice for these things.
What a
I
rookie
lied.
mistake!
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you come to the session without dice. Who do you think you are?
You almost
They
came
were
to the session
2 feet
without
away
subtitles.
Just a little peek behind the scenes for you there.
In terms of noticing people, what would be the operant here? Is it kind of like stealth works in both senses, or
So if you're actively looking, it would be discovery. But if you're like, if we're talking passive, it would be divination.
oh, it's flat. So I'm happy to roll.
Yay.
Discovery for that.
I'm assuming I'm just rolling south.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a 2.
5 plus 1, 6.
Perfect. We're both useless. I love this. Cherry Sunday sits there and wonders if anybody is trying to seize the narrative. She does not notice you at all.
Cherry gets what is half of a tackle. Sunrise comes back out from the stage. Like, are you the real one?
You didn't notice her carrying an umbrella on the way in, but upon you like making physical contact with like grabbing her arm from behind, you feel like the tip of the metal point of an umbrella immediately against your throat. Good morning, Sunrise. Easy now.
Yeah, that's Cherry. Hi, you got. There was another one of you there's okay. Apparently, a guy called Damien came in here yesterday, disguised badly as you.
Yes. And, well, this is good news. We have been through these kinds of exercises and thought experiments before. When a deity does wander in this space and they come to talk to you and offer you with a quest, you say.
No,
And what did you say in the moment, Sunrise?
he said we are not accepting a quest.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like at this moment there's just a very poignant coo from this pigeon that's still on the windowsill.
Mm-hmm. I feel we should probably wait for our other members. Would you like a cup of tea?
Yes, please. Actually, thank you. I've been back there a while.
There is a glance up and down. How disheveled! I not to impose this upon you, but it feels like staking out behind dusty like scenery. You've probably got like rumpled clothes that you wore the night before.
No.
And
She changed before she got here, but also like seriously, I'm imagining this is like in the morning, but not at like 5:45 in the morning when Sunday got here. Sunday got here before everyone else was like make sure to see when everyone came in. This is some stakeout
So
bullshit.
you're not necessarily in rumpled stakeout gear, but you're not
No.
necessarily like a set to greet the day as Cherry Sunday is often wont to do. She glances you up and down. It feels like you need a bit more of a pep in your step.
I missed the morning workout, yeah, a little bit.
Who arrives after us?
Would anyone like to arrive next, or do I have to pick someone?
What if they just never get here?
I'm happy to go. I think you just hear a sort of a sound actually that you're probably fairly unfamiliar with, because you do not often hear the sound of electronics, but you hear a kind of like whirring sound before you see him, but then sort of striding in on one of those like segways, those kind of like little electronic segways, is
Wait, are we talking
Friday.
like full Segway or like one of the hoverboards?
One and more a hoverboard
Like
Segway.
one of the ones that sets fire.
So
on
he's
fire.
yeah, like the unicycle kind of hoverboard style Segway. So
One of those people.
it's absolutely one of those people. You see Friday, who is a sort of tallish, dark-skinned black man wearing sort of mechanics overalls, but then over that he's wearing like a sort of puffer jacket, wearing a sort of baseball jacket, again snapback, and he's just got like a piece of paper in his hands, and he just sort of comes in again on this little moped, just going, "You man, good, yeah? Sherry, your literacy is slipping, because like that's not how you spell. Do you know what I mean?
My own name. No, I agree with you, Friday.
Yeah, like what's going on?"
Well, I would say that we are having to deal with not necessarily a crisis scenario. I wouldn't put that on that level of stress on anybody, but we are having an opportunity to go and test the things that we've learned in terms of
Oh
deities
shit!
trying to. Yes.
Is it like God shenanigans and that?
Well, Sunrise has informed me that we
Hi,
did
Friday.
have somebody trying to pose themselves as me. I'm sure they found that very difficult. Glitter.
They did. They weren't good at it. It was rough.
See, these gods, they're sneaky, you know. Like
Mm,
what'd you tell them though?
Well, Sunrise was saying that she said no, but not to throw your testimony under doubt, Sunrise, but I do feel like I would like to wait for Hellebore and hear what they have to say.
That's your cue, Hellebore.
Hellebore is. I mean, you can hear Hellebore coming because there's that. I mean, there are three essentially, but there's also the coughing. Yep. Outside because and yes, and a little neigh from Elodie, who I think you probably all met before. Elodie is a lovely horse with like a very a kind of mottled brown coat and a beautiful beautiful mane. always gets a little brush before Hellebore heads in. And yeah, so Hellebore comes in like walking with their cane. They're wearing pretty much a similar outfit to what they were wearing last time, which is sweatpants and a baggy t-shirt. Like very easy to wash and easy to clean because again, lots of animals and they're washing everything by hand.
Speaking of
So-
animals, is a particular pawed friend with you today?
Fenrir. Well, there was a bit of a push slash pull thing going on out at the rickshaw because Fenrir did not want to get down. There was a little bit of I can't believe you made me go home whilst you were still out yesterday.
Your dog when you leave them at the kennel and then get back from a trip.
Mm, mm.
On Hellebore arriving, Cherry kind of moves up, and in a drop of demeanor that like Hellebore is used to, but the others don't usually see very often, she gives you daps. She daps the horse. The horse like lifts up a hoof. It gets daps. Hellebore, babes.
Mm.
Sunrise, tell me a god was here. Was she lying or? Because she's saying that there was no like narrative season, and like a quest was offered, and Sunrise said no, and I don't believe her, babes. I don't believe her.
Okay, so we didn't take a quest. We did want to go and have a look.
See, that's how they get you. But that's perfectly fine. Thank you, Hellebore, for letting me know the events that you two got up to yesterday.
We didn't take the quest, and we haven't like gone and charged in as if we're heroes trying to take anything over. We just did a little bit of scoping out, and we've come back to bring the information to all of us so that we can commit to not taking the quest.
Nah, bro. See, that's how they get you. Every time they'll be like, "Oh no, don't worry. Just go and do a little sort of reconnaissance mission for me.
Look,
It's gonna be calm."
It's
It's never
fine
calm.
for you.
We came back and we
because you
didn't do
can make
anything. It
things
was
work
fine.
again. You can make things work again. But some of us would like to have a charged scooter.
Hey, I've told you before. If you want me to charge some of your shit, I'll do that very happily for you. Do you know what I mean? Like small quid pro quo. It'll be like, do you know what I mean? You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. But
Some of us
I'm
also need
just
like
saying.
industrial medical capacity. Like I don't know what to tell you. I have to get
That's-
things that are made in the lab.
I feel you. I'm just saying, we all know that the gods are tricky. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, of course. There's
So-
definitely no
We're very clear on that.
yeah.
No, we get that. That's
All right. Anyway, look,
But
I've said my piece. Do you know what I mean?
just
No,
thought
look.
that
I
you
don't
might
trust
be
him. He was
interested.
weird.
There's
Mm.
just
We're
something I
also
thought
a
you might
very
be a little
bad
bit
Terry
interested
Sunday
in.
impression.
Friday. Annabelle will reach into one of the pockets and bring out the plans for this very interesting, very high-tech prosthesis design. It's like, we acquired this and thought this might be of interest to you, Friday. So
Several rats acquired this.
yes.
All Hellebore did was ask nicely.
Wait,
Yes.
hold on. Okay, so before I take this from you, did you like sanitize it or?
Canny and Elise are
Can't
very
sanitize
lovely
paper, it'll
rats.
get
You
wet.
can't. They
It'll get
I-
wet and fall apart.
Yeah, okay. Friday like takes out, like reaches into his puffer jacket and seems to pull out from like just it seems to be an incredibly small pocket, but just pulls out like an industrial sized bottle of like hand sanitizer, sort of like does one of these and then goes, all right, give it to me.
Friday was
You didn't need to
ready for the
sanitize your
pandemic.
hands before touching it, and I assure you that
Before and after.
Elise, Emon, and Canny were perfectly lovely rats.
Have you
that-
named the rats
Yes, all the animals that I work with have names.
that you would? No more questions.
You
All right,
have
let me
Fenrir, haven't you?
Yeah, I've met Fenrir, and I don't know if I trust Fenrir, but I've met him. Yeah.
Fenrir's chill. Fenrir's cool.
It's okay.
We like
We'll
Fenrir.
turn back to this massive Newfoundland and be like, it's okay. He just doesn't love you as I do, and it's fine. It's totally fine.
I'm not saying that Fenrir and I can't be friends at some point in the future. I'm just saying that right now, me and Fenrir are at arm's length. Do you know what I mean? Because like it's we
He
build
very
up trust.
pointedly kind of bats at your swagway thing in the hope that you fall off it.
I would like to volunteer to roll to see if I stay up.
Yeah, no,
'cause
yeah,
that's
I was gonna get you to. So please roll me. I guess it'd be mobility for this. Roll me
Okay.
mobility, and while this is happening, I'd like everyone else to do.
This is
like-
my lowest score as well.
So for the rest of you, I want you to do a particular kind of check because someone will succeed on this. So I want you to just roll a d10 and add your discovery modifier because
One of these.
effectively you already have a flat of 10.
Mhm.
This is you can only succeed.
That was
I
that
can-
was a 12 minus 1 for mobility, by the way.
Yeah, you fall flat like over Fenrir because he's quite large.
10 plus discovery plus D10.
Yeah, so 10 plus your discovery plus a d10. If that makes
Yeah, that would be
18.
19. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say 18, 10 plus 5 plus 3.
18.
flat 20.
Damn.
Wow.
Nice. Okay, so
So I rolled
you
a
would
10 on the
find while this is going on one of the empty chairs, there seems to be a piece of paper, and someone's drawn the like hero's journey circle, and there's a big scrolled around "refuse the call" and a little check mark after it.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Did
Uh,
you
Mhm.
did you put this out? Or-
Cherry Sunday goes and has a look at this. Does this meet the 20-page like branding document that Cherry has put together for Hero's Journey? Because we do have correct fonts and colors and layering. If there's a drop shadow on this thing, I swear to God.
So this thing looks like it was made with like Microsoft Word clip art.
Oh, wow.
It is not the Cherry Sunday way,
Mhm.
and this is very shoddy. And like considering, so like you spent quite a lot of time finding someone who had the ability to make a printer work so you could get yours done. It's kind of rude that this like imitation that's really bad has just popped up, and it wasn't there when you put the chairs out.
Mhm.
Sweet bro, hella Jeff Hero's Journey.
It's all in
Cherry
Comic Sans.
Cherry sits down next to it. While this kind of discussion about Fenrir was going on, she's made tea. There's tea and biscuits in the middle. The audience could hear in audio level, but it's not something that the people in the room notice, like an actual modern kettle boiling and pouring the water rather than it being a heated effort. But let's not think about that too hard. She sits down next to this imitative piece of branding and picks it up delicately in one, again, brightly red painted nails in one hand, and inspects it. Sunrise,
Yes.
did you have the name of the god deity that visited?
Duke. Danny. Damien. It was Damien.
Okay. Considering Cherry's line of work, it feels a lot of big name deities are probably ones that she has at least a minor mental dex Rolodex knowledge of. Do we know that this man's is a drama queen, or is it something that I should not be knowing?
So ironically, Damien is a bit of a B-list.
Mhm.
So you might have heard about a god of drama, but you wouldn't necessarily know them by name.
Sure.
Names are quite important to gods, and they tend not to give them out so freely.
A true name situation. Got you.
Yes.
In that case, Damien. Right, okay. And what was Damien like affiliated with? What was their service?
Plays?
Sorry?
Like acting, I think.
Oh, drama.
Yeah, that's the word.
Okay. She pulls a lighter from inside her business suit and lights the corner of it and starts to set it on fire and just holds it in her hand and waits.
Okay, so as you do that, you two had very high discovery. So you would both kind of start to hear what seems like very faintly some music playing from somewhere. And it seems like as it burns more, the music seems to be getting louder. It's like it sounds like some sort of very bad off-Broadway production.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Is this are we getting sadder as it burns more or more triumphant?
It's kind of like, again, this is off-Broadway. I don't think they've thought about the tone very much.
Just louder.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
it's just more intense. The emotion is kind of just there is a song playing. It's that level of like they don't really understand what the I Want song is for. They just thought that like let's make a song
Mhm.
at this point in the play, and it is quite frustratingly like getting louder as it goes.
Mhm.
While this is happening, Sunrise is going to go grab a broom and a dustpan for the ashes.
Mhm. Cherry just sits and just continues to unblinkingly, staring down the face of something she would rather not be dealing with. You can't blink first in the face of a deity because that's when they know that they can kind of like rope you into their world. So she's actively like ignoring the fact that music is swelling as this is being held and just holds. It starts to singe the tip of her fingers slightly.
Hmm.
Can I say that? So I fell over Fenrir after he knocked me down, but I tried to style it out to kind of make it look like, yeah, no, I meant to do that. So I'm just on the floor with those documents. Can I do a little search to see if there's any information in there that is interesting or pertinent to me?
Yes.
What?
I would like you to roll artifacts because I think that's a very thing for.
Is
Okay.
Friday like on
So
the
to
floor?
clarify, I'm going to roll a d20 and I'm going to be adding a
You're gonna be adding your tool modifier and an
tool
artifact
modifier.
proficiency if you have one.
Excellent.
Which, considering your domain, I wouldn't be surprised if you have.
I don't, but I do have a
Oh.
+5 to artifacts.
Okay,
Wow.
yeah. The tool modifier, if you go hard in it, is very good for this.
But I did roll a 4. So
Oh.
that is a 9 altogether.
Okay, so I will say, like, you already were a lot better at this. Like, you know more about this than the others, so it's not like you don't get anything. For one,
Sure.
you would deduce what the others spent probably a few hours working out, which was that this prosthetic is like a cutting edge, like something that even before the outage would have been very hard to create with technology. It feels strangely like you don't know what it is, but there's a part of you that feels almost familiar with the craftsmanship of this. Um, and the references to the material, you have definitely heard a particular person talk about this stuff. You know that it is a big deal, and you also know that you could probably, like, with this information, nail them down and get some more answers.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna turn to everyone and be like, wait, so real quick, remind me, where'd you get this from again?
Down
So
by the docks.
Yes.
The
Yes,
warehouse
that's the
down by the
thing.
docks. I saw a
And like,
working forklift there.
but like, who had it though? Because like down by the docks, yeah, but like who?
So
Mhm.
again, my rats brought it to
The
us.
rats.
There was a warehouse that uh, they were taking people into it, but also there was electricity in there.
Wait, hold on. the reverie that Cherry was in has stopped upon like the mention of like the lights were on and so on and so forth.
Yeah. So that was the thing. This is why we went. We said that we weren't going to take on the quest. We just were gonna check it out because there were lights on. But also I think
Of an entire building.
yes. And like
And like
just
not like
surrounding
people
it.
like me though, because obviously I
Well,
can
so
like.
that's the thing, we don't know, which is why we wanted to speak to you because
Also, like, can you do an entire building? Can you light up an entire building?
I mean, I've never tried, but like I don't know, maybe.
You know
Try it.
what?
You are in a building right now.
You
Try
know
it.
what?
Try it.
You know
Try
what?
it.
Sure. All right, cool. I don't even remember which powers would this be? Would this be a spell?
Yes, that would be
This
an
would be
empowering spell.
oh, because maybe this would be the name of the spell is empower. Is it? No. Yes,
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Where are we? Hold on. I'm just sorry. I'm just reminding myself of the
No, you're good.
spells. Where are you? List of spells. There we go. It is empower, and I am going to.
Quick question, Chochy.
Yes.
Would Sunrise, like chanting Friday's name enthusiastically, help him with it?
But like a spirit bomb.
Friday,
it certainly
Friday,
wouldn't
Friday,
hurt.
Friday, Friday, Friday.
Okay, so seeing the words of the spell says that I can reactivate any objects within range, and the range is medium. So I am going to use the full action to just like get everything going. And I think the way my magic works, I think if you imagine the camera sort of zooms in on me, what you realize is I appeared to be fairly tall because I was on a Segway. I am actually quite short. I'm like 5 foot, and you see in particular my eyes that appear. Normally, you might think that they are sort of like brown. You actually see that they're like a very strange sort of iridescent sort of mixture of dark colors, and they sort of flash, and you sort of see like a pulse of energy like sort of moves through my body, goes out into the room. What happens?
So, first of all, as you're doing this, there is this chanting. The music that you can hear seems to start harmonizing with the chanting, by the way. And then there is like this blinding light as all of the overhead lights, which have not worked for the entire time of the outage now, switch on. The stage lights all turn on and start focusing on a point which seems to be getting brighter and brighter. And you can hear the kettle is now roaring to life once again. It's unclear how it was working the first time, but now it is definitely working. Your little swagway starts nudging itself against Fenrir, who is kind of batting at it, trying to deal with the problem. And yeah, the entire room seems to like have power now. Like everything is like thrumming with energy.
And how long does that last before it
Dissipates.
How long is the duration of that spell? I can't remember.
You know what? Excellent question. Hang on a second.
I can check if you need. I have a lot of tabs open.
As do I, but I think I might find it. Hold on. Yeah, come to me.
I
Where
think I
are
just scrolled
you?
past it like 4 times.
uh, it. Where is the duration? Oh, there we go. The duration is. Oh, it literally doesn't say.
Hey.
Oh right, it says until you cast something else.
Oh,
that's neat.
I mean,
about that.
absolutely. in the narrative sense, though, I guess it means you have to concentrate while you do it. What does it feel like for Friday to kind of have an entire room's worth of stuff be operating simultaneously while you're like holding it open, as it were.
How does it feel to be the power grid?
So I
I'm
think
just
you
plugged
look at
in.
him and you just sort of see like his hands just sort of like moving, not in a sort of arcane way, but almost like someone who's just drunk so much coffee and just has the jitters. And I think even as you look at him, you maybe see his teeth sort of chattering, and he just goes like, "Damn, it always feels like kind of mad in my, just like it's kind of going." Do you know what I mean? Like it's like, oh man, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could do a building. Do you know what I mean? Like, who knows?
Let's go. You did
Yeah.
it. You did it. You're doing a building. You're doing a building. You're doing a
I'm doing a
building.
building. Do you know what I
You're
mean?
doing a
How
building.
long is
Woo!
the concern? Although, you know what? There was like again like a glance to, I guess, mid stage through a fourth wall. Doesn't matter. Ignoring that for the moment, it feels like if there is somewhere else that is powered to such of this impressive degree, that maybe rather than going through our affirmative mantras this morning, we should instead take a field trip.
As you say this, you'd also be kind of noticing Fenrir is now turned and is barking at the stage.
Okay, oh, baby, we're trying to just. Alibor's stroking Fenrir's like, it's okay,
He's still
it's okay.
barking at the
We
stage.
just
And it
I'm
is
gonna
still
say like
getting
the
brighter.
dog's probably telling us something. Like there's probably someone there. Do you know
no,
what I
we
mean?
know we can tell that
We
there's a
know
god
there's someone
there.
there.
But
How?
let's just say it. Do you know what I mean? Like let's address
Is
the
there
elephant in
someone
the
there?
room.
What's
And
happening?
none
No
of you gonna give me
elephant.
any attention.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
God, there is someone there.
And you would see
Did you
Drama
guys see him?
standing on the stage in the spotlight.
Mhm.
They kind of push their hair back. Today they have like the super long braid of like Rapunzel and Tangled.
You Ruby Bray.
Like they're wearing like this beautiful like Elsa dress, but underneath it are like medieval tights, and they've got armor on top of it. They really could not decide on a costume today, and they just kind of stand there like, "Thanks for the light show. Welcome back, everybody."
Cherry, that's
Day
him. Cherry,
two.
that's him. Cherry, that's him. Cherry.
There's already a tip of an umbrella point underneath.
Is this
chin
the
of Drama.
cherry?
Hi. I
Hello.
hear that you took your time to go and speak to the wonderful members of the Hero's Journey group.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
I was of the understanding that, and said with levity, but or with the same brightness as usual, but her eyes are cold and black, scleroless, just voids. That you tried to suggest that they go on a quest?
Well, listen, you seem kind of mad. Let me just get this straight. Let me just be clear about this.
No, you did try to inveigle us. You
Hey,
did.
hey!
Hey.
I'm not saying I didn't, but to be fair, who calls an organization about not going on journeys a hero's journey?
It's ironic.
Literally, it's ironic, my guy. Like, come on.
I thought you knew this. I
Do you know what I
learned
mean?
this in
Did
drama
you not-
in
did you
school
not
when
be
I was
getting-
like
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like
13.
dramatic irony in
You
that.
should
Do you know
know
what I mean?
this. I know this.
Is that not your
Let's get this
domain?
straight, though. Irony is when they say he's behind you, and they're like, "No, he's not," and he is.
I
No,
would
that's
be-
Yeah, so
movies.
hero's journey, but we're not going on one. That sounds like irony to me.
But
As
how's
a
the
drama
audience
kind of
supposed to know
glance,
that?
sorry, as a drama glances to the side and he's behind you, like the tip of the ribbon, like nudges their chin back. Focus.
I don't think that's what irony means.
I think you should tell me what quest you were trying to send the group on. And I think, as I said, this could be an excellent learning experience. They did say that electricity was involved, that there was a building that had power.
Yeah.
What do you know about that?
Oh, we doing exposition time again? Do I have that time on the schedule? Right. So building, power, lights up, yippee. And I was like, oh, you should go see, because like, I mean, what is a stage without a spotlight?
Right.
I just want it back too. That's all I'm saying. I would love if I could be on this stage like this without your friend there tripping out the whole time.
Hmm. Well, thank you
I
so
bet
much
I'm
for the
reacting very
information.
normally.
You're welcome.
I have to say that this, I think, I agree, is an incredible opportunity for a field trip for all of us. I think
So you're
Friday.
accepting my quest this time?
Oh,
See, because
please! I'm. Don't, don't, don't. No.
no. Come on. So I did my research, and they pull out a flyer that looks exactly like the one that you found, and
Mhm.
they look through it and they're like, so it says, first of all, you do a call to adventure and you meet a mentor. That's me. And then you crush you like refuse. You refuse, which your friends
We
here
did
did last time.
We did refuse a call. We did refuse. I want on record. We did refuse.
Yeah, you refused it, right? So that would make you here, and then you cross the threshold. So my understanding was they didn't go in the place,
Mm.
or I mean, you could go somewhere else that's got important stuff. But now, field trip, cross the threshold. So now you're officially on the quest.
Damien.
Yeah. Oh, we're using first names now.
Oh, well, apparently you introduced yourself by first name to
Yeah,
the wider group, and I feel that
well,
it
they
just
were kind of scaring me a little bit.
it just
They were
really
quite mad.
establishes that we're going to be forming a rapport between you and I. Yes,
Yeah.
if you happen to lay a finger or even lay on hands on any of the members of Hero's Journey, gosh, the Library of Alexandria was a terrible event, but that can happen on a micro scale if need be. Smile.
The what?
He'll fuck
Oh,
you up, bro.
speaking of which, she sets the second flyer that he pulled out of nowhere with the lighter again. Please stop using my branding. I will sue you.
Well, in my defense, this thing was like you didn't invent stories. That's kind of my thing.
We didn't, absolutely not. But deconstructing narratives is a thing we try to do every day. Now,
I'm
while
the
you
narrative.
suggest,
Are you trying to deconstruct me?
oh, I could try.
Buy me a drink first.
No, because you're not supposed to do that in the group.
Right.
You're not allowed.
I
You're
mean,
explicitly told
I'm
not to
happy
do that within the group.
I'm happy to obviously make a roll to do this, but it feels like it fits the kind of cinematographic narrative if we get a shot to like the exterior of the building as Damien is crashed through a window.
It's
I mean,
like
if you
that.
want to do it, you can.
It's the
That's
shot
it.
of Uncle Phil like kicking.
Yes,
Jazz
absolutely.
out of
Yeah,
the-
you know.
yeah.
Mhm. You get the vision. You get the vision.
I was gonna make a
Be
much
gone.
worse poll, which is like James Nesbitt to Jekyll, where it just smash cuts to a guy.
What a reference. Nah, actually, this is Jekyll.
Okay,
This-
but
Yeah, it's Jekyll because it's Damien, which automatically degrades the quality of the show.
wow. Okay. Are you doing this? Just
Oh no, I am absolutely knocking mans through a window.
Okay.
Obviously, that's like a superhuman feat, which is probably beyond the scope of what my character could do mechanically. But rule of drama, you know.
Yeah, that's the thing. You are in drama's play space, and
Mhm.
as such, dramatic things are very much enhanced. I would like you to roll physique for me, mostly just to see how far it goes.
Oh, absolutely,
Is there any way that-
absolutely.
is there any way that Friday
I mean,
can help?
could I even raise rolling performance? And it is the nature of doing stagecraft rather than an
I
actual
like
hit.
that. I am down for that. Yes.
Mhm.
Roll performance.
Can Friday help? Are there help actions in this?
Throwing a
Anything like
stake.
that?
Yeah, it's.
You can
I think
definitely
it has to be
assist, yeah.
lighting,
Right,
like
Yeah, what do you-
dramatic lighting. Like
So what are
Yeah,
you
literally.
doing
The
to
light
help?
moves to the window.
I think if this is about the performance of the thing, then I think as Sunday was speaking, I think I like allowed the lights to shift from a sort of big like general white wash to like a sort of dimming red light, so it became more and more dramatic, and like
Ooh.
a spotlight came onto Cherry, so that it was just like her in a really dramatic light as she was doing it, so that she just basically seemed super fucking menacing.
I like that. Ooh, trying to work out what I'm gonna get you to roll to add to this.
I will let that resolve first before I roll, because obviously, you know, the resulting should
Yeah.
be a.
If that's me trying to add to the sort of drama of the thing through lighting, could that be a tools check?
I would say it's tools, yeah, because you are using tools to do it. So please go ahead and roll a tools check to
Okay.
add to this.
I am rolling my d20, and I think also if there's like a fog machine, throwing that in
Yes.
there. If
So
there's like
this
a
is like-
revolve on the stage just to get some of the momentum going for the throw.
Well, so this is a school hall. So
Okay.
fog machine definitely, but it's one of those ones that like it's like vegetable smoke or whatever it is. So it
It's-
smells really bad.
Oh.
Fucking
It's
hell.
It hasn't been
Someone's
changed in 6
Halloween
months.
fog machine from
Yeah.
home.
That is I rolled a 6 plus 5 is 11.
Hey, more than halfway. Absolutely.
If this was powered by the apocalypse, that's a success.
Mhm.
That's mixed success right there.
I'm
This isn't
switching out
powered
this
by the
dice because it's rolled
apocalypse.
horribly.
This
It
is
could.
its own thing. Come on.
I will building on that 11 for the tools check. I will roll for performance.
Yes.
Okay. That is an 18 on the die, plus
There
my
we go.
performance of 7
Holy shit.
for 25.
25.
God
Okay, yeah,
damn.
so this is like perfectly like everything almost goes into like film grain and like proper like cinematography as the lights dim, this highlighted silhouette of drama. As like, how are you doing this? Because I'm imagining this is like you swinging your umbrella to hit them.
Yeah, we get like so to kind of bring it back into the order of events, as this conversation has been going back and forth, the light has been changing. We see the cast like in the medium back behind Cherry as she's getting more and more annoyed with the guff this man's saying. And then he says, well, you have to take me to dinner first if you can deconstruct the narrative. And we see like an imperceptible like tweak in her otherwise uncrackable mug. And you get even like a little kind of the sound effect of a piece of glass cracking and a swift movement of like the wooden end of the umbrella. And just before impact, we get the external shot of just him spiraling out of the window as it shatters. The camera moving back in to move around to see the view on the inside, and it is all four of us just kind of dusting our hands in perfect kind of unison to each other.
Yeah,
Does
I
Cherry
also
wear
note
glasses?
that the glass is like in the perfect shape of this
In the
figure.
shape of a
like,
man, absolutely.
woo.
Hanna-Barbera their ass.
And somewhere you hear like a home run.
See, I too can unfortunately sometimes lose composure, and I hope you know that I would never lose my patience with any of you. I know that it's a very difficult thing to kind of navigate modern living in this day and age when hound dog deities like that are creeping into our what do people on this plane say? Creeping into our DMs.
Don't
But
have those anymore, unfortunately.
I feel
I
like
miss-
that's your plane.
I miss them, kind of. I miss having DMs.
right, okay,
an
I
answer.
see. I'll make a mental note of that. Right. I don't actually know what it stands for, but I did assume
I
it was
know,
like
I
a
know.
private space.
direct messages.
Right,
Thanks.
which is why it would be a computer thing. I understand.
Yeah.
But still, speaking of computers, while you may find it contrarian of me to say, I do think that finding a place that has the lights still on, without somebody needing to maintain them, you might have a nosebleed if you keep holding that anymore. Please do relax. That
Yeah, I'm just gonna drop that for a second. Yeah.
Yes. I think there's an exhale of air from Cherry as well. Like slowly her hair is starting to frizz with the amount of ozone in the air.
There is just like that moment as well of like you'll have to readjust as it just suddenly goes from the brightest that you've been in a room, like inside in so long, to comparatively like pitch black.
I forgot how hard that was on the eyes. Oh,
Yes. Maybe finding somewhere with
Yes.
the lights still on would be a wonderful place to set up shop.
I'm not. I'm not sure how wonderful it would be. As I mentioned, they were taking people. They were dragging people inside.
They were dragging like I don't know.
A few.
Didn't you say
people.
like 2 people?
Yeah.
Like dragging like against their will.
It did look like there was some fight going on.
Well, and you can kind of see some the gears turning in Cherry's head, and they are definitely gears of like spin rather than logic. Well, it's not necessarily the nature of heroic actions or quests to help your fellow man, woman, and person. It is a general community duty to make sure that we are just generally safe to live as thou wilt. So I would say that not only would it be interesting for us to go and look at this new space and understand how it might be working, we might get a breakthrough in terms of how Friday is interacting with his powers. But also, we can help people without being pressed into doing so. I don't believe Damien said with air quotes, said anything about especially helping people at that location. So we're doing it entirely out of the goodness of our own heart.
Helping
Yes.
people's good. I like helping people.
Yes, I'm happy to help people. Will point out that yesterday Damien said that magic users. Did Damien say magic users specifically? Or just people?
Did Jamie
I
say
don't know.
that?
Did Damien?
Sparks. Sorry. Sparks. Sparked people.
Well, this is true. I should be using that terminology as well. Thank you. So above table, it is quite obvious that Cherry is trying to find a way to spin for us to do this anyway, even entirely separate to the fact that
no, I do agree that we should help people. Which is why we went in the first place. We wanted to see, but it was a I'm not exactly the most mobile, and there were only 2 of us, and I thought information gathering was probably the best start.
Sensible. I mean, throwing yourself into a situation above and beyond your individual capabilities would be a tragic heroic action, which we are. We had that chapter last month, and you all did very well. So I may be just a simple businesswoman, but I will be able to help. She says, shadow of a man in the I may just be a simple businesswoman, but I will do my level best to help you in all areas of your daily life and comfort.
Simple country lawyer.
So basically what I'm hearing is, let's go through, let's rescue the people, let's maybe get some power back, and let's not do it as a quest, but let's just do it because we feel like it, and also because we're entrepreneurial individuals who just want to like see what opportunities abound. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, Friday. You understand. Absolutely.
Rescuing people sounds kind of like a fight. I'm not supposed to. That sounds fun though.
No. Because rescuing people could be, you could be like, oh, that's heroic, or it could just be the foundation of a uh, search and rescue operation like business. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm, mhm.
Oh, okay.
Helping
I
your
just-
fellow community.
Mhm.
If we
Alright.
get paid, that's
Well,
not heroic.
I mean, I'd like to. I mean, oh,
uh,
fights
I
were
mean,
fun, but I'm not supposed to get
they
in them
did
anymore.
have a lot of, well, there is a lot of money being moved
Hmm.
around, or at least the other thing we found was this invoice for Day of Steel, and that is a lot of zeros.
It's a lot of zeros.
Hmm.
Okay, perfect. Let's get that shmoney. In which case, no one could argue that we're being altruistic. We're just trying to get paid.
Wow, things work very differently on this plane with regards to both money and heroics. Very well. You can only wonder. You can only wonder what Reynardian society is like.
There's nothing good going on in there. It's, uh, I don't know.
What would be the best way for us to move?
It's
Cherry being a glypher and being able to kind of operate things with essentially research rather than magic, and coincidentally has power as one of the elemental spheres that she works in. So, for sake of expediency, Chochy, unless there is something particular about the journey there you would like us to encounter, I would love for her to have a people carrier.
It does seem very cherry. And yeah, I mean, unless there's anywhere else that you want to visit first, like
uh,
you can just travel there.
did we want to check out the university first?
Ooh.
Yes, because we
Because I
wanted.
know there was a question from some people about the university. I will also note that
Yes, I want because I think
Friday
Sunrise
would know that
Hmm.
the person they work for might also know something about some of these things, but whether Friday wants to bring that up is up to Friday. So
Yeah.
Wait, sorry. What? I've got my employer, but why? What's the question about the university?
Well, it's prosthetics. I took a. I mean, this is prosthetics. It's really good prosthetics. I took a class on this with a PhD student, and that it looks. I I think either he or like his program head would like know a lot about this. This is very up their alley. It's like they have a department for this. I'm not exactly a med student. I'm not smart enough for that. But like sports medicine, you have to take a you learn about
it's just
prosthetics.
whether they have some idea who could have put something
Yeah,
like this
they might know.
together,
Oh,
or
what, like
if
the flyers?
no,
No, like
no,
the she's
plans.
holding the plans for the
Oh,
prosthetic limb.
yeah. Oh, the plans. Yeah. Plans. Yeah. How? If I wanted to speak to this individual, how would I speak to them? How have I done so in the past?
So in the past, you would know that, like, while most of their kind simply do not visit this plane, they're quite unique in that they actually have a like tent out in an area of the city called the Wash. It's kind of like the slums. There's a lot of markets there. It's also like where the remaining schools are. Like everyone's kind of grouped. A lot of city resources are basically being grouped into one place because there's only so many people who can keep things running in the city now. And so rather than spreading across like 8 different hospitals, there is one on the outskirts of the Wash that is still active and stuff like that. And you would know that in the Wash you could probably find their shop because it's always in a different place. This place is very messy, but she does always operate out of there because she seems to have a soft spot for people on this plane.
And which is closest? This the sort of outskirts of the city there, or this factory that we're thinking of going to?
So effectively
far
from
from each
where
other.
you are, the factory and like docks is if you go
The docks even.
just to the east. You like if you go straight north across the nearest bridge, you'll end up in the Wash.
Mhm.
I will explain everything that you've told me to the party and leave it and literally just be like, so obviously we could go to the Wash or we could go to the docks. Like I'm easy.
Being forewarned is forearmed, and I can get at least an hour's worth of power out of my car while we operate. So I'd be more than happy to give everybody a ride. I'm afraid I wouldn't be able to fit Elodie in the car.
Yeah, so I think I'll travel normally, like as I usually do.
Oh, very well.
So I'll follow you.
Of course. If you do happen to get tired at any point, just let me know.
Well, it's more
Sure.
Elodie getting tired.
Yes,
Yeah.
I suppose that is you in a general sense. But either way, seatbelts, everyone.
You have a bike rack?
On the, it's a people carrier, darling. Of course.
Okay, Sunrise is gonna go
Yeah, I'm
run
imagining like that
out the
proper,
building
like,
around the side to go get the bike, and she's huffing.
A very 2.5 kids to football practice tier
Yeah.
car.
Ooh,
Yeah.
It's a
let's
proper like
go.
mom-mobile.
Mhm.
Do you have like the roof rack as well with the pod on it?
Yeah, that's exactly where I would expect to fit the car. Is
Is this
put
like the
it on top.
Chrysler Town and Country? Do like the seats in the middle move backwards? Is there a table in it?
I
I'm sorry, I've
mean,
thought so much about that. It's my dream car. You have to understand.
if a high detailed cartooning RPG is a different one,
Listen,
play Proto Drive. It's very good. But in the
thinking like
meantime,
Chrysler Town and Country and Proto Drive.
hey, it's sidebar. It is genuinely Lancer, but you drive a car. It's that level
Yes.
of customization. It's so sick.
That's really good. Oh, the land.
But we get this shot of everybody kind of moving into the parking lot of this community center where Elodie is kind of like, because you've been here regularly, Cherry has kind of set up a kind of like rest station / stable for Elodie, like in one of the car parking spaces with like a feed bag and water trough and all of that. We see Cherry lift the bike and like place it on top of the car. The camera is like full Michael Bay in it as she's kind of getting everything set up. Right, let's go
Michael
and see your colleague Friday.
Yeah.
How are you
so-
starting the car?
Oh, absolutely. Like we get in the car, it's a push to start. And on the the big like touch screen panel where there would be GPS, there is a stack of like oh no, it's like a spiral bound like a journalist's notepad that she pulls from the inside of her jacket, as well as a very expensive looking fountain pen, and at quite an elaborate speed draws just the most complex magic circle you have ever seen in your life. And she manages to do it at a speed where it's like you can tell that she's done this quite a lot, and just kind of fits it into that space where the touch dashboard will be. We see the ink glow this like sickly electric green teal color, and the car kicks into life.
Perfect. And yeah, so that's one of your uses of that for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't know what you have in your deck of abilities, but
It is not many, but I have expended a use of revert to get the car operating for the next hour.
perfect.
On the record, Sunrise had. I keep wanting to say Sunday every time. It's messing with me. So we've there's 3 people in here with like day themed names.
Yep.
It's catastrophic for me
I
personally.
love that like none of this was planned to. You guys just convergently did that. And yeah, I'm sat here like I literally have a page in my notebook just to remind me everyone's names because I'm too dumb to keep track of.
And then you keep looking at it and going like, why is there a calendar here? What's going on?
What day? I thought we were doing this Monday afternoons.
Well, I literally have it written down as like Hellebore, Friday, then Sunrise, then Sunday. So I guess Sunrise is just Saturday now. Yeah,
No.
so you kind of
Sunrise is calling shotgun is the thing I was going to say.
Very fair. Yeah, so you kind of start driving through the city, and this part of the city is very quiet. You like the community center, like it is like an old school that now is used as a community center because again, most of these resources have been centrified. The wash is where the main school is now. Especially because a lot of kids just don't go to school anymore. Like
Mm.
a lot of people are kind of just apprenticing their kids in their work because
Mm.
like
We've moved towards more of an apprenticeship, like a
yeah,
practical skills kind of.
like what's the point of preparing your kids for a job in science when like who knows if science really exists when like the laws of physics are not currently functioning. Like anyone who
Mm.
spent all this time learning about electricity would understand that electricity isn't just gone, like physics has fundamentally altered. And
Mhm.
so a lot of people are like, we're not even doing science anymore.
Mhm.
I am not taking my kids to a school where they're going to learn about all these fake things.
We probably don't get lightning strikes anymore either, do we, when it rains?
No.
Yeah.
It's very
Thermodynamics
weird.
in shambles.
Mhm.
Mm. You get like all of this telltale signs that there should be lightning, like that really high humidity and that staticky feel, and then nothing happens.
How unsatisfying.
Like
Which-
occasionally there is like a rumble, but you
Hell
never
in my
see a
joints.
strike.
Mhm.
Hell for my
Mm.
joints.
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's very weird and unsettling. But yeah, as you head through, you would also notice a lot of people, like there's a lot of kids on bikes kind of staring at the car
Mm.
and horse procession. Like horse, not the most unusual, but still quite strange for people to see in the city. Like a lot of people have started bringing them from the countryside, so it's not the most unusual. But to see a car, like there are other people who have this magic, but you are more of a rare form of magic, and so
Mhm.
there are kind of these looks from people of like, what's going on here? Like, why are they? What are they doing? And as you cross the river, you'd be able to see that like the river is just chock a block with boats. Most of the traffic in the city is now on the river because
Mhm.
you can still travel by boat if you have a sail, and it is like it's there's a whole story about like in like old London before all the bridges were made, you could cross the river without even seeing the water because the boats were so busy. That is what it's like now. There's a lot of like market ships and merchants coming in at this sort of time of morning. And yeah, you could literally like run and jump across the boats. You'd also be able to see some very strange looking animals in the water. There's these things that look like gigantic isopods that are pulling some of the boats upriver.
Hmm.
And then you get to the other side, and it is almost immediately after crossing the bridge, you're just in like traffic of like bikes and people walking and horses.
Mhm.
And this is where you'd also be reminded why this place is called the Wash, because there is just a swamp smell, and you can tell that everyone here really does need to get a wash.
Hmm.
This is like
Welcome to New York
such a
City Comic Con.
yeah, it does smell like
Hi, welcome to your Hi, welcome to your Smash locals.
yeah. It does smell like a convention or something. That like very warm, sticky feeling. And basically around this part of town, like a lot of the buildings have actually been bulldozed,
Mhm.
and there is just like like shacks and market stalls just everywhere. It is chaos. There is no order around how they've been built, and there's a lot of tents where people are living out of. The only buildings that remain are there are like school buildings and a few of these other like public resources. There's a big library around the edge of the wash
Mhm.
that is well visited by a lot of people. Um, and yeah, you're effectively forced to disembark
Right.
because getting any further in a car, like you can easily go around it,
Mhm.
which you will inevitably want to do to get back to the docks. But going through here is like you are not gonna make it anywhere, not in
Sure.
good time.
Sure. Cherry like chances it with a honk of horn, and people kind of clear out the way to begin with, and then kind of get tired of that idea. And eventually, she manages to find
Yeah.
somewhere kind of like not immediately in plain sight, because parking the car in the middle of the road is not really going to help. It'll come back broken into.
To be
Yeah.
fair, like so what I will say is as you've gone down the streets, in a lot of places, like there are still loads of cars. They've just someone at some point has shoved them all like onto the pavements.
Yeah, they've been left
to make that
ambiently.
path wide.
Mhm.
Yeah, like there's a lot of this area is also like probably the most industrially, like it's just tarmac. But in a
Mm.
lot of places, it's like people have shoved the cars to the side, and people have almost like started planting like plants on top of them and using them as planters and things because these are just a useless resource. Like if you broke into a car and took it, unless it looks particularly maintained, no one will care.
Yeah. This car is reasonably well maintained, which was the. But hey, we can kind of park at the end of one of these rows of just cars being moved off to the side, so it's not so
Conspicuous?
obvious. Yeah, there we go. Great word.
Thank you.
And we make the rest of our way. The Reynardian in her means that the comment can't pass by as she kind of like opens the door and kind of like gets the full air of the wash going like. I did read a few of your realm's history books. The Vikings at least did community bathing on Saturdays. This is
Don't look at me. I'm washed. I'm playing.
I didn't say anything about you, Sunrise.
I didn't even do my morning workout. I'm fine. Okay. We're good.
But Friday, this is more of your territory. Please do lead the way.
Yeah. All right, cool. So
I feel like that's a bit of
Oh.
Friday did not take offense. Friday did not understand it in that way.
I
Friday's
didn't
just
think
like,
Cherry meant it in that way either. And then noted the kind of like, oh, that was maybe mean.
Yeah, all
say nothing. I'm with you. All right. So how when I'm looking for my patron, how would I normally find her?
I guess like the best way I'd say is you look for like where like the people who look the most like adventurers seem to be going. Like with the kinds of wares she sells, she does attract a certain crowd. You also look for like smoke, fire, and steam. Like her stall is always this like it's warm, it's very hot, and like you can feel that as you get near it, that like this is like searing heat, like the kind of heat where you're lucky if you still have eyebrows after visiting her store.
Cool. In which case, I think all I do is I see sort of hordes of people who look like sort of adventurers sort of pouring out of a place, and I sort of gesture to everyone and I point at them and I'm like, see them lot that look like dickheads?
Mhm.
That means that's where she's at. So, word of warning to all of you lot, yeah?
Yeah.
She's gonna try and pull you in. Don't let her, okay? Remember, gods are tricky, and she's one of the trickiest. Yeah? All right,
I
cool.
will
Let's
note
go.
as well this
Yes.
like Friday probably hasn't mentioned before that this is a god.
Mm.
Oh yeah,
In
this is
case
the first
that
time I've heard
changes
that.
anyone's
Yeah.
opinion on
Yeah.
visiting.
Oh,
Which
wait a minute.
I think with that impression that kind of comes in, Cherry's like, well, do you remember our number one mantra? I am in charge of my own story. Say it with me. I am in charge of my own story. Excellent. I think you're ready. I think you all can face this. I believe in you.
Cool. Yeah, cool. And but I will say if I seem like I'm maybe like folding a bit, just have my back, yeah? Because do you know what I mean?
Of course, Friday.
All right, cool. Yeah, cool.
Like,
Yeah,
have your back how? Should I?
like both physically and also spiritually and mentally.
Oh, physically, I got you. Okay.
Yeah, just like, do you know what I mean?
I'm with
Just because if it's best if you roll deep, because then she's like, yeah, me business. I'm like, yeah, cool. Look,
But do you mean like swing something or like pull you out? Because I've made that. I've gotten this wrong before, and it gets real ugly.
Let's go with a gentle
I can
tap
just-
on the shoulder to bring people back. Let's not necessarily physically come to blows.
I'm just gonna pick. Friday. If it goes bad, I'm just gonna pick you up and walk out.
Yeah, all right, cool. Let's go.
Great.
And then I just
Cool.
stride off. I stride off and stride in.
Yeah. You kind of wander through a little bit, getting over to what seems to be, you can see that there's like a big red tent, and just behind it there seems to be what seems to be like a modified pizza oven, like one of those big stone baked pizza ovens,
Mhm.
and you can see this woman who seems to be like entirely made of fire. Like her hair is this singeing red with blue flecks at the end, and she is pulling out swords as if it is one of those like long pizza things out of
Mm.
the oven and then
Mhm.
quenching it in water, and the amount of like hot steam that burns past almost like burns your face as you walk up here.
Mhm.
Sort of react physically
Ooh,
and just go,
swords.
"Yo, Cinder, you good?"
Oh, what brings you here today? I see you've brought friends.
Yeah, this is my squad. So obviously, help out
You
with me.
finally joined an adventuring party.
No,
No.
no, no.
Hmm.
We
Okay, well let's
no.
just do.
These are
You
my.
seem to have like what the tank, and they point at you. They're a bit short for one. We've got what the emotional support, um, comic
Who,
relief, and
who is she pointing to when she says this?
Mm-hmm.
you work that one out.
Mhm.
And what
Businesswoman,
the
yes.
uh
Uh, Cherry
Okay.
produces a card. The card ignites in general ambience of Cinder.
and
So first of all, nah,
pet
no,
dealer.
no, no, no.
No, she knows. They know
They're
the
not my
pets.
pets.
They're familiar with the animals.
What?
They're not my pets. They're my
Surely.
friends.
Well, I know that most people say that their pets are their friends, but it's a bit intense to just call them that. Anyway, would
No,
anyone
they're
like a
just my
new
friends.
weapon?
No,
I'm
not looking for weapons.
Well, hang
Hey,
on,
I
hang
see
on,
your
hang on, hang on a
friend
second,
I-
there has
because
quite.
maybe we are. Wait, because we could be looking
I-
for weapons. But what is the cost of said weapon?
what kind of weapon? What kind of like weapon?
Depends what you want.
All right, so let's put it this way. First and foremost, not my adventuring party. These are my friends, my colleagues, and also the members of my support group, right? Who protect me from people like you. Second of all,
What's
or
that
maybe third.
supposed to mean? We've been working together for quite long enough.
Sunrise
Yeah,
does
all right.
step slightly in front of Friday when he says protect and says nothing.
Yeah,
Just-
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. Cool, thanks. And then I'm just gonna like hand over the papers and just be like, "What you know about this?"
You see, she like goes to grab it and then just kind of brings her hands back a little bit.
Yeah, look but don't touch.
Yes, I do think that would be wise. Which one are you showing her?
Isn't it the prosthetic schematics?
Yeah, the day steal ones, I think.
Hmm.
We brought the other one, so didn't we?
Yeah, we brought everything.
Well, so because you have the ones about
Do-
you have the invoices about the steel, you have the prosthetics,
And then the list of,
then
and then the drawings of
the
weapons.
drawings of weapons.
Well,
So
I'll put it to you then. Do you want me to show all of them, or what's your
So,
preference?
I think
Prob-
that the one that we're most interested in, because it's the most high tech, is probably the prosthetic design.
Mhm.
The other sketches for like chains and weaponry and stuff like pretty low tech, not as well. Thing like we can show that as well, but it's more of a case of do
I
does your
will say if I
god
can
recognize this work?
Mm.
metagame horrifically, because we said something about like dipping by the university to check out the prostheses, and well, I guess also coming here to check out prostheses, but I don't know, from Cinder's vibe, I feel like the weapons would be much more up her alley.
Sure,
But that's
that makes
just
sense.
me. But we can also, I think she can look at two different pieces of paper. I think we
no,
can.
you can show her multiple things. I'm just trying to ascertain
Yeah.
what you're showing her because
Mhm.
there
I-
might be things you don't want her to see.
Yeah, the
That's
god
the
steel
thing.
probably is Deus steel is probably not a thing that she should see like that invoice. But the
Sure.
the schematics, of the
schematics on
weapons
the
make
pres-
sense because she
Right.
probably even knows that designer.
Yeah, let's. So I sort of it's not the receipts, just the schematics, and just the kind of like, you recognize this work or what?
And you would see like her flames always like flicker and seem to dim a little bit. She just looks at you all. It's like, where did you get these?
From some rats.
Her pets. And they kind of glance over it.
feel like we've already
Not-
established that they're not
Not
pets.
Chochy and not pets.
That doesn't answer the question.
Rats.
Enterprising rats. Do you know what I mean? Rats get
Rats.
about, they see things, all right? Cool. Like, do you know what I mean?
Have you ever considered that it's not worth looking at what the pest brings in?
Well,
Not with the way
we're
that
doing
you
it.
reacted.
Why have you brought this to me?
Feels like the kind of thing that you'd know something about.
Above
And we would like to
table,
know something about it.
or I guess a world question. This being a world where gods exist, and we've established that we've met some gods so far that are not necessarily ones that are part of pantheons that we know in real life. But do those ones exist? Does a Hephaestus exist?
They do also exist.
Sure.
So, in this world, basically any god that is believed in does in fact exist. There is quite a lot of problems upstairs, as it were, because of the fact that there's like 5 different forgery gods and such.
Yes, exactly. Okay.
So it may not all gods are aware of the others, but those who are not necessarily very happy about it.
Just that, if this isn't stepping on your toes, Friday, that if you happen to know the designer of these particular weapons or this particular prosthetic, everybody's out here trying to be a Hephaestus these days,
You would see like her flames just get even bigger as you say that name. And she slams down one of the swords on the table, and it's just like, what would Hephaestus know anything about my work?
Oh, I wasn't saying anything about your work, madame, but maybe this work?
Hephaestus could only dream of making something that skilled.
Wait, so you're saying that this is yours then? Because I was looking at it and I was like, you know what, this really reminds me of the work of Ogun, the Yoruba god of the forge. But is it
Don't
yours
speak
instead
his
though?
name in my presence.
Okay, well, just saying. Right.
I am the god of the forge. And I will not have
One
these
of them.
fakes mentioned.
But it sounds like you're saying then that you want to like put your stamp on this because this is yours. You made this.
She kind of lowers her voice and brings you like further into the tent and like sits on. She has like a kind of rock chair that like goes a little bit molten as she sits on it. I was hoping I would never be asked about these weapons again. Why do you want to know?
Seems like there's a bit of a developing situation at the docks, yeah, where it feels as though some shit's going down and we don't really know what, but we'd like to know. And this is part of that equation. So if you give us this information, then I'm sure that at some point we'll be able to return the favor and you will get to reign supreme as God of the Forge #1.
That sounds like a quest.
That sounds like
Yeah, so actually, yeah, sorry, no, I take it back. Let me rewind.
Mm-hmm.
We'll give you some information, yeah, and then you can give us some information, and that's not a quest. That's just an exchange of services. That's a business, baby.
I never thought your group could get any more insufferable than having them all here.
Cherry just smiles, so proud of them both.
I don't see why I should tell you anything. If you're not willing to quest, then you don't need to know. You certainly don't need to worry your little heads about everything.
Let me put it this way, yeah. Either you give us this information, in which case we are engaging in business activities on your behalf, or we engage in business activities on someone else's behalf. Do you understand what I'm saying?
What power do you think you have over me?
That's very interesting wording. Cherry pipes up. If I may, thank you so much for introducing us to Cinder Friday. I was wondering if I could have a word with Cinder in private, very briefly. You've all done excellently well. I mean, Sunrise in particular, you've managed to, like, glancing over to Sunrise, arms folded
Yeah.
like a tough, but like hand now straining on arm, being like, I need to grab someone. Like, you've all been doing astoundingly well. And I think we can probably wrap this up in a bow, but I just want to kind of give a quick word to Miss Cinder to see whether she might be interested in assisting us with our general field trip today, if that's okay.
Are you
Yeah. That's cool.
Mm.
Don't forget, because if there are any weapons available, I'm interested. But again, as part of a quid pro quo situation, do you know what I mean? Yeah, all right, cool. So,
Sensible. Such a good businessman.
Sunrise is. I don't. Sunrise doesn't want to leave. Full transparency, does not want to leave. In Cherry alone in this room. I don't
mean,
know.
if you want to try and do something sneaky, you can.
No, she's not good. She's not that tactful. Just like, I'm gonna stay here with you. We're not.
So Cherry, like, places. Are you is because obviously relationships with these kind of things are all very different. Is it okay? Do we have a relationship where Cherry can like put a hand on your shoulder?
Oh,
and that's
absolutely.
Not,
No. They have contact. They're good for contact.
Cherry puts a hand on your shoulder and gives you just the most genuine, warm smile you've seen from her. She can put on a smile. She's all business, all woman, all businesswoman. She can put on a smile when she needs to, but this one feels genuine. I've got this.
Okay. All right. Call me if you need something. I'm gonna be 6 feet that way.
I will only be a minute. If I am longer than a minute, or you smell the scent of burning flesh, please do come back in. I am not fireproof.
Yes, I can do that. Are you sure you don't want me to say I'm slightly more fireproof?
Don't worry, my dear. It'll be fine.
Okay. Sunrise is going to go sit cross-legged outside the front of the tent. One hand on the sword, one hand on her leg.
Yeah. There's a beat, just kind of like checking that the room is empty. Cinder, I would love to have a chat about Pierce briefly.
She kind of just frowns and like tilts her head. What do you know about Pierce?
Well, loose lips sink ships, as they say, but I will raise that for the endeavor that we are currently on, I feel we could act in your best interests. While I am not especially so keen to have the members of the hero's journey go on quests, I am a businesswoman at heart, and I do know that even if you are not operating in the same sphere, you are capable of stepping on each other's toes. And I would like to solve a problem for you.
And what problem would that be?
Well, you have it made under the current circumstances of this plane. No electronics, weapons manufacturing put to a complete standstill. So many people of generations who've lost the art of blacksmithing and don't know what to do. And you have brought that knowledge to so many people. But as members like Pierce continue to operate, imagine them being able to get their enterprises back on the ground again. Imagine somebody being able to use a taser. Now, what kind of hero would be marching around these lands with a taser?
Well, I don't think I have to worry about that at all, do I?
Oh? And why not?
Well, Pierce doesn't have a clue what he's doing. He's only been here for 5 minutes.
And I can help you ensure it is no longer than 24 hours.
Then I suppose I will tell you one thing. Those weapons, whoever has them, has the power to kill gods.
Ooh. Actually, I step back on it. Cherry's face is implacable. Fascinating. Now, I do know that if I exit here and we don't leave with swords, at least 2 of the 3 will be heavily disappointed. So, and she just reaches again inside the bright red blazer and pulls out a wallet and just pulls out some notes. Now, don't tell them I paid for them.
I don't normally work in money. I would rather something else from you.
Sure. Sure. What is it?
I want you to get that friend over there to give me their sword.
Oh, a friend of Pierce's.
They nod over to Sunrise, because for anyone who isn't aware, Sunrise has this whole time been carrying a holstered
yes.
sword.
Mm-hmm.
A very important sword.
We should have also done physical descriptions for Hellivore and Sunrise again at the start of the session, and I'm realizing that now.
Yeah, I realize as well. I should have pushed you guys to go over that a little bit more.
We can lean into that on the other side of the scene after we have a break. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, so they kind of they nod over at the sword that would be, I believe it's poking out of a duffel bag normally.
Mhm.
And none of you have ever seen it unholstered. And with that, we're gonna have a break. Let you stew on that decision. We will be back in 5-10 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Yes, yeah. Also, thank you very much to the people at. I need to actually get my notes up. I also want to say, by the way, today the stream is really kindly been sponsored by 3 Cell Studios, who are the makers of Mapamundi and Gallows Corner. So there is a link in the chat, and while we are breaking, check them out, please. Heckin, give them some love, because putting some money in black people's pockets.
February.
Yes.
And they're also going to be publishing my game late next year. So,
Ooh,
you know, why not support the future of Black Excellence?
I'm gonna slide into their DMs at some point. But yeah, we will be back in 5-10 minutes, giving a chance for everybody to hydrate and ponder on their life decisions or the game decisions, whichever feels fitting to you. So don't go anywhere, people. We will be back very shortly with part 2.
See.
Hello, people. Welcome back to Age of the Outage Blackout. Age of the Outage being the system, Blackout being the game, because we're all black. Let's go. I mean, I realized that I never put I don't know.
I'm going to argue that you didn't necessarily.
Hey.
I feel like people got it, but
just want to let everybody know this is
I
a
wanted
colored.
people to realize that I'm a clever game designer. Okay, let me have my moment. I spent too long when I was thinking of titles for this being like Blackout, because the lights are out and black people.
And also black people.
Yeah.
Something in
Because we're black and we're out in public.
Here's the thing. That's poetry.
I was so proud of that when I
We'll be
thought.
going out in public.
Anyway.
NWA stands for No Whites Allowed. Anyway.
Goodness.
You're lucky we're not on front page right now, Magnolia.
Yeah, I know. I'm so like we're not. Yeah, no, I unfortunately stole that joke from another from someone who made that in high school, which is crazy because there were 3 black people in that room and like 30 white kids in that room. So like, Jaquan, I don't know what you were cooking there, but like, I do trust you.
But that aside, because I don't know how to respond to that. Welcome
back in the room.
We left before the break. The cast, we don't have like a name for this group. You're just
Well,
'cause
we're
you
not an
decided
adventuring
you
party.
were
We don't need a name.
adventurers, so
We shouldn't have a name. We're not an adventuring party. Why would we do
okay.
that?
So the
No,
not
no, no. We're a support
adventurers.
group called Hero's Journey. We're
Yeah,
fine.
this is a
We
sport.
got it.
Um, these not adventurers who are definitely not adventuring right now decided on their not
We're
adventure
burned
to
citizens.
investigate some very adventurer looking artifacts and have gone to someone who hires and equips adventurers. It's not an adventure though.
We're citizen detectives like Misty Quigley.
And they have
Because it
decided
looks like a quack, and
to.
I really messed that up. Just because it looks like a duck and sounds like a
You
duck.
say looks like a quack.
Yes, I preempted to
that's-
say.
Did you forget what ducks
Looks
are?
like a quack, also like Misty Quigley.
I actually do call ducks quack quacks.
Quacks.
So
I
Wow.
mean, that's
Checks out.
amazing.
Like
yeah,
Pokemon.
that's
Love it.
what's happened. Anyway, I'm going to let you do your job now. Sorry.
Yes, yeah, hi, hello.
Make your life easy.
We zoom back in from a beautiful ad break that definitely wasn't created by a particular god you met earlier, and you are flung into that like this searing heat of the forge once again, as the camera kind of looks at a very nonchalant Sunrise who is currently pondering everything that's gone on. You've got this sword in a duffel bag that is holstered, and as you do so, you would kind of see this figure that you would know as your ancestor of some sort, and she just kind of sits on the pavement across from you,
That's
and it's
nasty.
just like, so, still not going on any adventures?
No, we're not going on any adventures. How are you doing? Are you good, Anna? What are you doing here?
Well,
Not
it's
running
just.
errands?
I thought that it would be easier.
Huh?
What with you being a beautiful young lady,
Yeah.
not adventuring, no trouble.
I'm not
I
getting
can't
in
help
trouble.
but notice.
Carrie's in there. We're supervised. It's good. It's all good.
Supervised is my job. And I don't trust that woman as far as I can throw her. She's not even from this plane.
You
Do you
recommended
know
the
what
support
they-
group.
Do you know what they do on the Reynard plane?
I don't know if anyone knows what they do on the radar plane.
Exactly. And who is she to organize a field trip when you're not adventuring?
How do you know about the? You weren't there for the.
I've been here the whole time.
Why didn't you say anything then? You can't just walk around watching people. That's weird.
Sunrise, we've been over this. My consciousness and all your ancestors belongs in that sword.
Oh yeah.
But what
Okay,
exactly
so
do you think
can't
I'm doing when you lug it around everywhere? If you didn't want me to be here,
just- bingo?
judging your every move, leave the sword at home like a normal 50, like however old you are.
I'm 24.
I was going to say 15, but I realize time kind of stops existing after a while, and it's probably more like
I'm
30,
24. I'm grown. I can vote. I can
45,
drink.
7.
I'm not that. No.
I can't age.
You're going very far on both sides of it.
Whatever. The point is, if you don't want me to judge your every move, leave me at home. But if you're going to bring me out, don't get surprised when I have something to say about the most interesting things going on in your boring little life.
You have something to say about the. You have something to say about all the boring things too.
Well, just something to remind you I'm here.
Okay.
And with that, she just kind of fades out again. And we move back to inside the tent.
Where
You've
Cinder was
been-
like, I want that sword.
Yeah,
Num,
she's
num,
here.
num, give me sword.
She's here. An issue we are going to rectify within the next 5 minutes.
You want Sunrise's sword?
Well, I am sure that as those who are not adventurers, you don't want something that powerful an artifact in your grubby little hands any longer. And I can see that while in its current state, it's probably not very well looked after. It could probably become quite a good weapon if I reforged it.
Do you know what? I thought that I was going to have a sassy little conversation with you about an elaborate switcheroo where you put the sword into the pizza furnace, and then I'm on the other side with some big oven mitts, and I swap it out for a different sword, and blah blah blah, big ruse. But you just want to like upgrade it?
No, I want to melt it down.
Yes. So I'm sure that this could occur, but you would have to turn it into a different thing if Sunrise is going to what do the people on this plane say? Play ball. So,
And
um,
what would any of you need with a sword of that power?
well, if we're continuing to be honest besties with each other about the situation, I am concerned of the potential of Sunrise's sword to draw her back into the call of adventure. And while I'm contracted to operate in their best interest to help them live their best lives without being drawn into heroic narratives, and I am not above a little bit of duplicitous action to make sure that I operate within their best interests. But common sense here, darling. She's not going to just let you take the sword.
Why not? I'd be taking an enormous weight off her shoulders.
Do you happen to know any smokers, Cinder?
I'm smoking right now.
Oh, you know what? I walked into that one. But I'm going to assume that you're going to play ball and say yes, you understand. They generally, if you decided to go and take away their pack of cigarettes and replace it with nothing, not a vape
Then they'd
pen.
thank me for taking away the carcinogens.
Oh, no, they would start clawing at their skin and scream a lot, actually. It can get real intense.
Mortals are so pathetic.
I don't disagree. But ultimately, you're a businesswoman, unless you're genuinely giving out all of these swords to people for free. You
For
understand?
favors.
Yes, then let's call this a favor for a mortal. If you want her to do what you need to put up some ante, baby.
And what would that entail?
It could just be another. I'm asking you to do what you're great at. You just need to make a cooler looking sword. It doesn't even need to do anything more. It just needs to look cool.
That could be arranged.
Magnolia cussing me out behind muted. All right, I'd shake on it, but in that case, let's do this then. She again pulls out like the flip pad, like the reporter's pad, and with the nice fountain pen, writes up a contract, gives the pen over. Cinder holds the pen does not melt.
Interesting.
So you agree? Switch out that sword. You can take that sword as long as you go and give Sunrise a cooler looking sword that you know she'll love.
All right then. Like, she just kind of looks at the pen. She looks very confused by how to use it, and then just like puts her finger on the paper and burns a little hole in it where the line for the signature is.
Perfect. Oh, turns out that there isn't a penmanship course in Mount Olympus or wherever you reside. She takes the pen
Mount
back.
Olympus. You think I'm one of those old codgers?
Cherry, big placid smile, but behind the eyes, you can tell that Cinder's being mocked. Thank you for dealing a deal with a mortal. I am a businesswoman after all. And she steps out. Sunrise, darling.
Yes.
Thank
Hi,
you
Sherry.
for waiting. I will need to respray my hair, but I think I've managed to come out of this unsinged. So
How'd
I
it
had to
go?
do a lot of negotiating,
Oh.
but I have managed to. You know how in the hero's journey there is a point where, excuse me, there is a point in the hero's journey where the tools that were offered to the hero are upgraded and so on and so forth. And we had a very long lecture about how if you are offered unconditionally a holy weapon by a deity, you should turn it down.
Yes.
Yes. So a good loophole for that.
No
is
hard
that-
drugs. No holy weapons.
Exactly.
No candy from strangers.
Now, I've managed to make an arrangement where it is going through me, and they are not offering you a new upgrade to your weapon. It is something that is a favor being done on my behalf. So, your ancestral sword could be something pretty phenomenal, actually, if you're willing to go and have it reforged.
That sounds good. I think there's people in this, though. I don't know how.
Oh.
Nana, and she's gonna call for the.
I am very happy to do a competitive roll against you / your ancestors and try and smooth. this out.
Sunrise isn't rolling for shit. Sunrise wants to ask if there. Sunrise is here to ask questions. Sunrise is like one specific thing to ask. Does she come out?
Yeah, you'd see the kind of like coalescence of like smoke and spindly essence that reforms her. Notably, only Sunrise can see this ancestral spirit. By the way,
you don't live in this, do you?
Where else am I supposed to live? That is, in fact, our ancestral sword. When you die, you too will be imbued in the blade.
What happens if it gets reforged?
Well,
because if somebody melts it down, well, if somebody melts it down, what happens to it?
Who's to say? Probably incinerate everyone in it.
Oh no!
Every woman in your family.
Point of backstory: it was only sons. That is how. That is how she got.
But it was only sons that could wield it.
Yeah, it's only sons that
wield. Only women. Behind every great man, there is a much more powerful woman
in a sword.
Yeah,
which is why you're going to end up in a sword, but you can't wield it.
Have you never considered?
I'm not behind the man, though. I'm very much out in front of the man.
And that's the
we've
beauty
gotten rid of the man. That's the whole thing of the transition. Like that's the whole.
That's the beauty of your existence, dear.
What else is all the estrogen for?
From the burden, until inevitably you die, and then you become burdened. Assuming you continue the bloodline, but I've been waiting.
No, I got
the.
You two. I got the burden surgically removed after the crash out.
Adoption's still
that is an orgasm joke. Yes.
I
don't want. Well, yeah.
To note,
it is, but I don't want.
Just
you're gonna hand this down.
Like, you better carry on my bloodline.
You better get. Why do you want to keep?
Care if it's biologically impossible. I just want a child.
I mean,
oh goodness. Like,
can you die again? You're all already dead, aren't you? What happens after death? Hey, Terry, you know what happens after death?
I think it's at that point that I just looked at everyone else and I just go, are we not going to say anything about this? Are we just
like even though we can't hear the sword, we can obviously hear.
You know what I mean? So we're just, I'm just like, should we? I mean,
Friday, do you know what happens to an immortal soul after that?
So
Friday, do you have any? Please, I'm there right now.
Sorry, I thought you were asking like.
No, I'm asking everybody. This is an open question to the group.
What happens when you die? Oh,
yeah,
yeah, that's a deep one.
It sounds like well, I don't know. Honestly, though, it's your ancestral sword, right? So your ancestors.
Well, yeah, but like the souls of apparently every woman in my family line is in this thing, but also they're all already dead. So, like, are they
Well,
trapped? What's happening?
So, Sunrise, is your sword being
Oh.
gender essentialist again?
Kinda. Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Right, but let's think about it this way, yeah. You know how no
I'm
energy, yeah, gets
confused.
destroyed, right, or made,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
It just gets transmuted.
I
So
thought that didn't
therefore,
work
if you change,
anymore.
if you reforge that sword, surely the spirits are still going to be in there. They'll just be in whatever new sword is reforged. Do you know what I mean? As long as all the pieces are same, then it's like a ship of Theseus situation.
Well, that's if they all get put back into the same thing. I don't want to like.
Yeah, but exactly. So it'd be
I
the
don't want
same
to like
sword, but just like a
break up a
different
housing
shape.
group. That seems like.
Nah. But as in, you just tell Cinder like, hey, you can reforge it, but all the pieces got to be the same. Do you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Ultimately, while I have managed to go and arrange this situation for you, it is ultimately your decision as to whether you want a cool new sword. Can I say that upon like in the period of time that we were making that deal, Cinder has like drawn a blueprint, now that we know what her style of drawing is, of said cool new sword. So I have kind of like, it could look like this.
Yes.
I mean, the problem with
been
that is
shown,
I don't
like-
really know how to use a sword though, because this never. I can't unsheath this, so it doesn't really. It really swings more like a bat.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. There were a handful of things about the deeper lore of this sword that makes this particular ploy untenable. So I won't push it. But Cherry,
I
is like,
gotta. I could do
ultimately,
Cinder
darling, if
already
this
been
is not
aware.
something that you want, it's perfectly fine. But the option is available to you. I'll just have to have a chat with Cinder later.
Well, exactly,
I
because
mean,
I think, right, regardless, however you want to do it, yeah, I think you make her wait. So I say we go and deal with the stuff at the docks now, and then when Cinder's like, "Oh, what's going on? I thought you were going to make a decision now." You go, "Nah, bro, it's business. You have
It's
to wait,
business.
and I'm gonna come back in maybe a day, business 2 days,
4
three
to 5
days,
business
and then I'm gonna be,
days.
I mean, and then I'm gonna be like,
Well-
now I've made my decision. You get me?
That's a
Oh, but
sensible
it's
plan.
but it's not business. Those are relatives. It's like grandma
Unfortunately,
and great grandma and great
so
great
many
grandma and
things
great
in
great great
life are
great great
business,
grandma.
Sunrise.
Oh, I don't like that.
So what is
I
a
think-
family
feels
business?
bad.
I think it's.
It's kind of fucked up and evil. I don't like that.
I think that you just have to decide whether you want. Well, okay. If the sword is reforged, is your destiny still the same, or as in, is your family's destiny still the same?
I mean,
Do you want-
I guess they're not in there. I don't want to like destroy everyone, but they're also already dead. Like, does everyone just leave? Does everyone just go? Does Cinder know? Somebody's opens the flash of the Cinder. Cinder, do you know what happens to a whole lineage of women souls trapped inside of a sword once you reforge it? Are you?
So have you gone back in the tent to ask Cinder?
Oh, she's still sitting like cross-legged out the front of the tent. She has just opened the flap and turned like 180 degrees. She's still. Oh, she hasn't even gotten up. No.
Uh-huh.
You can see Cinder's just like hammering away at something and just kind of looks up and is like, "It's not exactly my concern, but
I mean, if
suppose
you
they're
wanted it
probably
is.
released wherever their domain sends them."
Cherry's brow is starting to knit slightly. Sunrise. Sorry
Yeah?
to have given you an opportunity that has apparently turned into an existential crisis, but I do wonder if now is necessarily the time to talk that through with your family. You are in
Okay, then
public.
we don't have to do this. We cannot do this. We cannot think. I'd love to not talk about this. Actually,
Oh, well,
that sounds
that's
like
excellent then.
that sounds like it kicks ass. Actually, yeah. No, let's not think about this.
Shall we, with not a new sword in tow, but our hearts reforged? Good one. Let's go and take a ride over to the docks, shall we?
Oh, 54, I just feel sad.
So how are you traveling to the docks?
Yeah. So that's back across the river again to where the roads are actually more functional.
I thought it was still. I thought it was just further. a bit over from the wash.
So specifically, the part of the docks you're going to is actually on this side, but
Oh,
okay.
okay.
you'd be
Very
able to
good.
go around the the wash to get there.
Is it unreasonable to try and do this on foot?
Not at all.
Okay.
Oh, we can
Then
go
we
on.
shall
Oh,
try.
great.
I am not traveling on foot, but that is
Yes.
fine. Yeah.
Proverbially so.
Yes, on
Yeah.
foot and hoof. You
Yes.
travel.
'Cause otherwise, it would take me a lot longer.
Mm, yeah. So on foot and hoof, you are able to make your way out of the wash and start heading down towards Cannery Wharf, the docks. The canning factories used to be here, and someone didn't know what Canary Wharf was when they tried to rebuild this place from the Reynard Plain. So as you arrive near it, you can see that like the part of the docks you were in before seems a lot less busy. It seems like the actual facility that you found has largely been evacuated. There's still a boat sitting out in the dock itself. But then like so where you were, there was like gates and like rail yards, and then there was like the fence that took you into the place which you didn't go through. You can see that those gates are currently just open, and there seems to be a lot less commotion here than there was last time. But in that kind of eerie way of like very quiet.
Are there still lights on?
Yeah, that's my question, even though it's daytime.
There's like because it's daytime, it's very unclear.
Not that Nathan, was present for session 1, but were there kind of like roadside lamps? Were they like operant as well, or was it like?
So at most, if you can think of things to look at that might be in a rail yard, you might be able to check that.
Okay,
stuff,
fabulous.
Because there's not a street here, there wouldn't be like overhead lights.
Even though it's like still lit, because Cherry is like technologically inclined, and to be honest, Friday would probably be in the same kind of headspace. We look at like an external fuse box, without the need to actually like open it and electrify ourselves. If it is running, those things make noise. If they are powered, there's a whine in the air near those kind of things.
Yes.
So Cherry kind of has a look for any kind of like generator or power box that's external to a building and gets within range and kind of like closes her eyes and listens.
Yeah, so it takes a bit of wandering around the rail yard. Like the first fuse box you go to is like on the other side of the tracks and just seems to be dead. But as you get close, there's like a signal box, and you can hear the hum, and it has a red signal on.
Oh, it's. I'm picturing like a pull, like Lion Witch in the Wardrobe, where the first thing that they see when they step into Narnia is just a lamppost fully lit in the middle of the woods and nothing else around it. There's no reason for it to be there or on, and that singular shot is somehow really captivating. The fact that this signal crossing is working even though there are no trains.
C.S. Lewis, you petty bitch.
Can I make a tools check just to sort of investigate this, like how it's on, like if it seems to be sparked or? Okay.
Yeah, go for it.
Bloody hell! I'm throwing away this dice as well. That's a 9 + 5 for 14.
That's better.
That's still pretty good. So the hard part is because you said tools are not divination. So
Oh, should it be a divination?
if you're looking specifically for magic, it would probably.
Well,
be
I'm
divination.
trying to understand more the source of, if anything, what I'm trying to understand is this magic or is this old school?
Yeah, so
technology?
what I'm trying to get at is, are you looking to see, like, is this connected? Like, is this wired? Is this physically attached to other things? Or are you trying to specifically look for that, like, magical aura? You'll get
Let's
information for either, but it's just like
yeah.
different things you're
Let's
looking
see
for.
if let's go for wired.
Yeah,
it's wired.
so you will be able to find like the cables going to the signal box do still seem to all be intact. Like in some places they've all been chewed through and stuff. We know there's rats around here.
Mhm.
One of you especially knows there's rats around here. Uh, they all seem to be intact, but like when it comes to if you follow these to like the next like set of points on the track, the points don't seem to be powered. So this does seem to be like the electronics are in a radius, like whether that's because it's like just too much distance or something
Mhm.
else is
But in terms of then, am I hearing the hum of electricity?
yes.
So this doesn't seem to be
And it's like it's
sparked
warm.
magic as much as it seems to be
Well, so sparked magic still returns a lot of the original properties of
of.
objects,
I see. Okay,
but like a big thing with that is that it is a radius,
a radius.
an active thing that you have to keep up
So,
usually.
so the fact that there seems to be a radius here would suggest, again, maybe it's more complicated, but it would suggest that there is
Yeah, like
spark magic at work.
obviously like electricity doesn't travel infinitely, but the
Yeah.
fact that there's such a defined like end point does
Mhm.
lean towards something else being at play.
Okay. I share that information with everyone.
Okay. So then there must be an epicenter of some kind then.
Do you know other people with your spark? Or
Me.
yes, Friday.
That's a great question. Do I know other people with my spark?
Ooh. So what would you say, like, is Friday's line of work still very engineering based?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of going around and like being a bit of a like man in a van effectively in a world where everything is crumbled. So it's a lot of like going around and to be like, even we talked about hospitals earlier, and I reckon he often does go to hospitals and is like, here's a bit of power for an hour, here's a that kind of thing.
Yeah. So with that kind of like hopping around a lot, you probably haven't really met anyone else. Like the fact that Cherry can emulate some of the same magic, whether that's because Cherry has like watched you do it or worked it out by other means, is quite unusual.
Hmm.
Um, you're aware generally that other people have this kind of magic, but it is really rare, and also because it's so sought after, it is the sort of thing where you're aware that even if like other people you knew had it, they would probably be quite closed about it. The fact that you're so open about this magic is like quite surprising in itself to other people who know you.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay.
May I ask you a personal question, Friday?
Yeah, go on. All right, cool. Yeah.
Um, I just happened to notice that Cinder seems to be of the fire elemental sphere, but that's not, and that is a close colleague, she says with a faint smile of yours. But that's not the sphere that you operate in. Is there a different deity that provides you with the spark that you operate under?
Uh, nah. I'm pretty sure it comes from Cinder. I think.
Hmm,
Um, I mean,
fascinating.
I guess you know what. Now that you say it, I feel like I haven't really thought about it too much.
Well, she was an interesting conversationalist. Maybe you want to go and have a chat with her afterwards. Understand yourself a little too.
Yeah. Problem is, yeah. Whenever I speak to her, I go in there and I'm like, yeah, cool. I know exactly what's about to happen, and then I leave, and then I don't know what just happened.
Yeah. Well, it's something that we can work on together at the very
Yeah.
least.
Cool.
There's a glance over to the nearest building to this lit crossing. Since it feels like if the epicenter is not somewhere we can see, it is probably in a building. Describe this kind of like I guess station housing warehouse that we're outside.
Yeah, so you're like it's basically where you are is like the all the sidings and rail yards where trains would be docked like at night or when they're out of service. So there's a lot of sidings and points and interlocking crossings here.
Mhm.
The trains go like north to south here, and some of them actually then go to the west, which there is actually still a working like steam line which goes under a lot of the main part of the city.
Mm.
It's part of why the wash is so nasty is that there's also all these grates where the smoke is coming up from below,
Mm.
and all sorts. But this area itself is mostly out of use. There aren't enough trains that still function to use this rail yard anymore. So at most it's used for like just keeping coal and ballast and stuff. But then like to the south there is just the docks itself and the water. And to the east you're looking at these chain link fences which go into a much more contained compound with these big warehouses which would have been where like there's machinery and like cranes there to unload ships and load up trains with that cargo, which is all out of use, but is what you're being told apparently yesterday was in use.
Mhm. Turning to Hellebore. So it was this building that you befriended the rats inside?
Is it? Well, uh, is it? It's the same building that we're looking at, or a different building at this point?
You're
Yeah.
looking at the same buildings as
Yeah.
before, yeah.
Yes. It was this building, and I mean, the rats weren't inside. But
Don't
this.
worry about the finer details.
No, well, so okay, it's less that I can get them to show us where the documents were.
Oh, could you? That would be so helpful.
Okay, there's maybe can I borrow just an arm?
My
Yes, I just need to get closer to the ground, and it's a little bit.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. And
Yeah.
also, the way that she talks to you is slightly different. Oh, yeah, absolutely, babes, for sure.
Okay, right. Yes. And we'll hold on to Cherry and put Kane down on the ground, and then do the same tapping motion on the ground. But we'll also say, Amon, Kani, Elise, you around? And
Yeah.
basically calling those same rats.
And there's like a couple minutes of silence. Sometimes it takes a little while to summon animals, especially if you're looking for very specific ones. They're probably doing something and they have to make their way here. But after a couple minutes, you would hear some like squeaking, and you'd see them start kind of rounding the edge of one of these fences near where the gate is, and start scurrying. But as they do, you would also see this woman in a very elaborate outfit, currently holding like a margarita glass kind of round the corner. You didn't see her when she was the other side of the chain link fence, but she just kind of walks around and watches the rats scurry past below her as she looks at you.
It's like there's a big kind of there's an initial like they're here, and then she's here, ignoring her, and or at least attempting to.
Back for round two, darling.
Cherry might not have met your deity before. Babes, is this her?
It is. It
Oh my
is.
god.
But we don't need to give her any attention.
No,
As you say, as you said. Not yeah.
Hey, I'm here to focus with. And even though, and like wider shot, you can still see that she's in like her satin dernier tights and red lame pumps and is still sitting crisscross applesauce on the floor, like next to you to do the thing. It doesn't matter. I have plenty of tights like this anyway. So, just focus on what you need to do. Your friends are fascinating, by the way.
Huh, yes. Right. My darlings. We'll dig out some treats. thank you so much for getting the documents and everything you brought, the paper that you brought me yesterday. I have some more treats for you. Could you show me us where you got them from?
They kind of squeak and jump up for the treats and start going to move, and then this woman just looks at them and goes, "Oh, don't bother with that."
You know something?
Well, I just think that it is in your best interest as someone who is not adventuring that you stop right here. I even turned the signal on for you. I thought it was a good hint.
Oh, right. So that was you.
Well, I think it was me.
You think? Look, I appreciate the ritual and Elodie. I didn't appreciate her appearing in my living room. That was very difficult.
Plenty of people used to live with animals. It's not my fault that you're
No, I know. I do
so
live with
above
animals.
the idea of
No,
living.
I'm not above the. It was just very hard to get her out, and it wasn't the most comfortable for her either. That's all.
Well, I'm so sorry I went to such hard lengths to procure you a mount. Do you know how hard it is to get a good steed in the middle of Londinium?
I appreciate it. I do. I do appreciate it. What are you hiding from us? What's the situation?
Hiding? Darling, I'm trying to protect all of you.
Yes, I know you're very overprotective, but we're here for a reason.
Fine then. Be my guest. They just kind of hold out an arm for you to
Well,
go in.
okay. Look, if you're trying to protect us, perhaps providing us with more information would be useful.
You are walking into much more complicated things than you expect.
I mean,
One of you here already knows. They kind of just glare at Cherry.
I mean, it seems pretty complicated.
All right, complicated like how though? Like complicated like algebra? Or like what do you mean?
Complicated, like, how do I put this?
Is this a trolley problem? Is that what this is?
We are
In a
in a
way.
rail yard.
In a way, it is, yes. Put it this way, you find out what turns the power on. Do you not think everyone's going to want a slice?
Oh, of course. But
I mean, isn't everybody getting a slice the point?
Yeah, I mean, and that's kind of the world that we lived in before. So I mean, like, yeah.
Like, not to
How
get
do you
like.
think that's going to work out for those who procured it?
well, the way I see it, if for what I account for as an interloper, I do feel that having an individual deity assumedly be in charge of the concept of electricity, who is a capricious sort, clearly, since they're not kind of spreading the love, is a relatively dangerous thing. The understanding of a piece of physics being under control of a single person seems untoward, but
And if you understood what you were talking about, you'd understand it was all of your fault that this happened in the first place.
I
Our fault.
didn't. No, because fuck you. What did I do?
No, yeah, literally second that because I did nothing.
Your society mythologized the very meaning of power. And you didn't expect it to bite back.
I'm not a society. I'm just like one chick. What the fuck are you talking about?
right. So you're saying that we created a god of electricity that
Aren't there like
our very belief in electricity created God, and it's just coming to being now, and therefore
Oh, they've been around
controlling?
for a while.
Well, yeah, no, because I got like
So
3 of
what's
them.
But once you
4 of them.
personify the god, then the god obviously can, like, I don't know, like
Zeus,
get
the
hurt or
Street,
like take their power away, or do you know what I
is
mean? So
not
maybe that's what
wait?
happened.
Shango. Am I missing any?
Well, those are all gods of like lightning, but like it's
Well,
not the
that's
same
the same
potency.
thing.
Hang on,
Yeah,
hang
but
on.
it's not though, is it?
Uh,
So has
I
someone?
don't know. I wasn't that good at physics too.
Are you saying that
the
someone
circus
has
system was hard
captured
for
the
me.
god of electricity and is therefore hoarding that power for themselves?
Weren't you watching your dream? Someone made one using your entire society's belief in technology being just as powerful as magic. You made them one and the same. And now, you have friends like yours over here, Mr. Friday, was it? Harnessing that magic. You can't just undo that.
I mean, I undid puberty once, so they said I couldn't do that too, but
Very
What is
few
going on,
things
bro?
are forever, it seems.
Do you know what I mean? Someone says it's impossible until it's possible, and then it's
A
possible.
physical vessel is much easier to manipulate than reality itself.
Well,
I have been told
As
I'm very
you,
hard to manipulate.
So I don't understand. It's still incredibly cryptic. You don't
I
want us to
feel
go in
like
there because it's dangerous, but
I don't want you to go in there because for a load of it not adventurers, I don't want you to have to make a decision about what you do with what you find.
so. Here's what I'm gonna say. This god's telling us not to go in, which sounds like they're tasking us with not going inside. So I feel like, as hero's journey, it is incumbent upon us to, in fact, go inside, because then we are obviously not adhering to their
She
quest. You get
downs
me?
the entire margarita
Mhm.
and then conjures another one and drinks about half of it while pinching the bridge of her nose as you're
Oh,
doing
don't
this
do that. You'll
mental
give yourself
gymnastics.
brain freeze.
Shall I help you get up, Hellebore?
yes,
Hmm.
yes, that would be. Yeah.
We both rise.
I
Cherry
also go to help
notices
you.
that there is a ladder in one of her tights, and you see her expression crack for like a microsecond, and then it levels again.
And this woman, she just throws the margarita on the ground. It's like, well, if you won't listen to me nicely, make your way past me.
Oh wait, sorry. Is
Okay.
that a threat?
What do we?
And with this, very quickly, because we don't have much time, we are going to be doing a skill challenge.
Mhm.
So you guys have all your skills. Take a look at what you're good at, what you're bad at. Basically, you can use any skill you want to try and get past her, but
Mhm.
you need to tell me how, and that will decide how difficult it is. If 3 of you fail, or collectively, there are 3 fails, then she wins and you do not
Mhm. Mhm.
pass. But if you manage to reach 3 successes in that time, sorry, 4 successes, because there are
Mhm.
4 of you, then you make it through and she will let you go. This is going to be a
Absolutely.
very quick skill challenge, but
Mhm. Mhm.
we've got to use some actual mechanics at some point in the
Okay.
session.
Yeah. Is there a turn order for this, or can we jump in as we have
No, so
Bye.
in the outage in general, there is no turn orders.
Mhm.
Everything is done team by team. So I am
Mhm.
going to flip a coin, and it will either be her turn or
Oh.
yours first,
Mhm.
in which she will try and do something, and then you all go before she gets another turn.
Wonderful. Okay.
Mhm.
So high or low?
Hi.
Okay.
Ooh, made a good sound.
Dice coin go.
That was a roll from
So
last
I
week.
got low, so she will go first.
Ah, rigged.
No, it's a 50-50 chance.
Mhm.
So as she throws down this margarita, it
Mhm.
just she's actually going to turn this into a ring of fire, and like the liquid just kind of starts running around in a circle around her and across the gate, and this lurid green fire, the same color as the margarita, starts burning. And she just kind of looks at you all and is like, "You really think I'm going to let you in there just to mess everything up for yourselves?" And then she's also going to pick.
Sunrise voice. I don't think at all, actually.
She's gonna look at Friday, and I need you to roll wit, please.
Oh no, that's my worst one.
Oh, no. Hold on, what's your wit?
I've got a -1 to wit.
Oh, you only have.
Womp womp.
Damn, -1s are pretty. -1s look good. I won't lie. -1s
Wit's
seem
like
good.
her whole thing. So.
Fuck's sake, that's a 9 -1. That's an 8.
Oh,
I hate when
that's
people
been
give me
so
math.
mean.
Sorry, that's an 8.
The best thing is she beat you by 1.
Oh,
Fucking hell, that's so annoying.
This
She
is like
rolled really
gambling
bad too.
scenes in movies, but like
goodness.
the high cards of 5.
So to be clear, this doesn't count as a failure. Her turn is just to make this more difficult for you. You're now just allured by this sassy woman who's standing here drinking margaritas and fighting you all, and it's just like, wow, like
so cool.
you are
Nice eyes.
infatuated with how incredibly cool she is.
Cool.
In whatever way that means to you. And now it's you guys' turn. You can go in whatever order you want. What are you doing to try and get past her?
I don't know what the order
Absolutely.
is, but
I'm
Sunrise.
going to employ another one of my pre-charged notepad papers with Slick. It is an ice spell that creates a patch of ice on things. So because of the way that these like spell traps as they were work in that they go down and then activate on command, Cherry just flings a note that like she makes a big show of it, right? She's like posing, pulls a note from the thing, like moves her arms around like she's Kamen Rider, and then flings the note, and it lands in front of this woman's feet and doesn't do anything. And Cherry's like, it didn't do anything? Oh goodness.
The woman just like laughs at you. So pathetic, you ones who think you can just study magic. Who else is going?
I could. Oh, you.
Oh, by the way, I put a drawing of her in the Discord for you.
Oh,
The Discord.
very fun.
Yes.
I listen.
I made a thread just for
yes.
like reference images.
Sick. Yeah.
I do know what Sunrise is going to do.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, if I can
Go
jump
ahead.
to the third order. Okay. Sunrise is gonna bull rush her.
Okay. What skill are you using for this? Also,
Strength.
what skill are you using for? Actually, no, because it's not been activated. You'll do the skill when you.
Yeah, when it fires.
Yeah.
But to be honest, it feels like it's going to fire immediately.
Yeah, just for like round sense. So you are doing strength.
Yes. Which is
Yes.
physique plus which is physique plus what's the thing? Proficiency?
Yes, if you're proficient in it.
Oh yeah, I am proficient in it. Don't you worry.
I thought so. It's just the way you phrased it. I was like, maybe. I don't know all your characters.
I just want you to know why the modifier is gonna sound like it sounds when I roll this. That's a 12 plus 7, 19.
Okay. So what exactly are you doing? Are you just barreling past her to get yourself past, or are you barreling into her?
Oh no,
to
she's
help her?
low shouldering it. Okay. In character, Sunrise is Sunrise is about to do a form perfect like American football tackle, like
Okay.
low shoulders, like drive up with the hands, get like from under. Out of character, what I would like Sunrise to do is to do that, and then also activate Sunday's trap card
So I think Sunday
as
has
she
to
does it.
activate.
I will. I mean, I will like activate it as they. I guess we can hit rewind briefly and say that the kind of like paper like flopped around her and landed behind her, maybe.
Yeah,
As
Gotcha.
yeah.
Okay. So you can definitely do that with that roll. So you barrel in, you smack into her, and then that activates.
Mhm.
And so she's just gonna like roll your activation for me, please. By the way. So what are
Absolutely.
you rolling for this?
So, because spells work a little differently from regular checks, I suppose. I mean, rolling deception feels sensible. Like it's like oh no, my spell didn't work. You don't need to think about the piece of paper anymore.
Yeah.
And then she steps on it.
Okay,
I
roll
had
your
that
deception.
tied to wit, so it's a +4. That is a 9 + 4 for 13.
Okay, so ooh. I'm gonna say that just passes.
Okay, so that's
Because
2
you're
successes
getting
of 4.
Yeah, you're getting help from the barreling ahead. One thing I
Mhm.
am gonna need both of you to do,
Sunrise is
however,
5
is watch. Like, I need to check if you get set on fire, because there is a ring of fire here. So both of you need to make a mobility check for me, please.
Sure. I mean, I specifically threw it so I did not have to step into the fire ring. But
Oh wait, yeah. So you'll be fine. But
Hmm.
Sunrise needs to roll a
Does
thing.
being of like mixed Incendian air and ancestry benefit her in any way?
No, I don't believe so.
That's fine.
You are not fireproof. Mostly because, like, mechanically, that would be pretty busted.
Oh, just having an entire elemental immunity by just being that tracks.
I mean, it's got resistances in games, but that's fair.
Yeah, although one of the
Damn
points
it.
of this game was to simplify a lot of things, and resistances make damage types and stuff so much more work for everyone to keep track of.
And listen, some games are worth being complicated. I would not say D&D 5th edition is one of them.
Yeah, that's why I took all these things out. Like,
Mhm.
You want to? We are not going to do the D&D 5th edition Pathfinder rant today. We are going to roll mobility. Actually,
yeah.
do I have acrobatics? No, I don't. That didn't land in the. 13 plus 1, 14.
Okay, so roll. You are on fire, I'm afraid.
Okay.
So you gain 1 level of ablaze. You basically have to take some time to extinguish yourself, or you will take a certain amount of damage every turn. Let me check how much damage it is, because you will take the first chip of it now. Yeah, it's a d6. So this will be to your armor.
Before they do that damage, can I cast the spell Extinguish?
So because you do it in order, you would have to do it after the first tick of damage.
Fine.
So that is 4 damage to your armor. Make sure you track that somewhere, because we are going to be wrapping up very soon. But I'm expecting you guys to either fail or get past very soon too.
I guess extinguishing the fire ring is definitely a good aid for getting us past. So
Yeah.
Yes. So are you now using your turn to cast Extinguish?
If I can, I would love to. Yes, please.
Yes, go for it. What are you rolling for it?
I don't. Does it roll? Hold on.
Well, so for the skill challenge.
Oh, I'm with you.
Pick a skill associated with it.
In which case, and so then another question I have: how do spells work in terms of? Is there a resource that I'm depleting when I cast spells?
So every time you cast a spell, the first cast of a spell is entirely free resource-wise, but every further cast costs 1 more than the last. So your first cast costs 0, then it's 1, 2, 3, so on. So basically, if you use a variety of spells, you can just do it because magic is like an innate thing that you have. But if you are actively exhausting yourself on a spell, then you start becoming unable to.
Okay. And then second question,
Mhm.
can I cast if I have one that is a half action, and then I have another spell that I want to cast, which is where are you? Where are you? A half action. Could I do them both on the same turn?
You can, yeah, technically. You get 1.5 actions, so you could technically do 3 things if you want to burn that much of your resources in one go, while you have yet to actually pass the person.
Sure. I'm going to try this. I'm going to attempt the extinguish spell, which again, I think you see my sort of eyes glow, and I think you see my segue like spark a little bit, and I seem to draw some power from it, which I then like squash in my hand. The flames go down. I'm then going to attempt to cast phase, where again I take some energy from my segue, I like throw it, I teleport past the woman, and I think in terms of the skill, um, can we make it artifacts? Because I'm using my little segue to help me, or no?
You can, but the DC is going to be quite high because I mean that's quite tangential.
Yeah, I think that's fair enough.
So you can do that if you want, or you can try a different skill for possibly better.
Could I go for instead of that? Could I go for where are you? Where are you?
This is the trick with skill challenges. It's all about selling it.
Being clever. Well,
You
exactly.
can do whatever you want, but you gotta sell it.
You gotta sell me, baby. Let's. You know what? Yeah, fine. Let's go for. None of these are going to be good. What is it that I'm doing in this instance? I am kind of wanting to distract a little bit and be like, look at this display of power. Let's go for bloody hell. I'm gonna just stick with weapons. I'm gonna stick with artifacts and just
Okay.
say it's gonna be a high DC.
Yep, go for it.
Oh, thank God.
Real
That's a
numbers.
20 That's a 20 plus 5.
Holy
Hey,
shit!
nat
Okay,
20
yeah.
as well.
God
That
damn!
is a 25.
Okay, hell
Okay,
yes. So
nice.
yeah, you.
By the way, it was on the all black dice, which
Ooh, Black History Month. Let's go.
Okay.
Yeah.
just saying, it feels like a Black History Month miracle.
Yeah, you're able to just like slam this out, and the fire goes down. You phase straight over there, and she just kind of looks behind her, and she looks like kind of flustered. Like, how are 2 of you behind her right now? There's only 2 of you to get past her now.
Hey, listen, worry about the one in front of you. Worry about the one in front of you. You're getting
Yeah.
body
So
checked the fuck.
Lola, I believe it is your turn left.
Yeah.
Until she can try
It's
something.
it's more of a case of just just talking very much.
Okay.
I don't know whether is language the understanding of language or is it the use of language?
Like
Is it
bit of both. I mean, it's adaptation, so it's mostly about
yeah.
like understanding working around language. Like it
Mhm.
is about the adaptation around like how we use language and stuff like that. If that makes
Mhm.
sense.
So I'm not sure it really what it's very much just kind of me wanting to have a conversation, like persuade them that stopping me from doing something isn't necessarily going to protect me. You can't always just stop me from doing something so that I do what you want. That's not the point of living or living a life. Like, I have to be able to make my own choices, and this is what we agreed.
So for that, I'd say you could probably roll bravery, like for standing up to her. You could roll empathy. You could roll interpretation for like how you're understanding. Like, there's a lot of things you could use. It's just how you want to frame it to me. We'll decide your DC for it.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess it's going to be empathy.
Okay.
It's not my best skill, but I'm just like I understand that what you want to do is protect me, but I also have to be able to do what I have to be able to make my own choices without you hovering over me all the time and making it your choices that I have to follow, because otherwise I will never grow and nothing will ever change. And change is good, actually.
And roll for me your empathy roll, please. She kind of listens and soaks in all this information and ponders.
It was definitely the change is good actually at the end that that broke it, because that's a 3.
Oh no.
Okay. However, we're trying to have like a conversation with a parent here.
She's just like, you're right. Change is good. I'm gonna have a sex on the beach this time. And has another cocktail appear in her hand and starts sipping it. And it is in fact her turn. She is going to do what is it called? I forgot the name of my own spells. Here it is. Hardened air. There's just suddenly like a wall of solid air like in the gateway, because it's a 3-meter space that it can cover, making a 3-meter by 3-meter tall wall. That is now air, and that is just going to be her turn, especially because I know we're running over director. I'm sorry. So yeah. And it is y'all's turn again. If anyone wants to try and help,
Okay.
like Hellebore cross, you may. But
Moving
you
into
have
ways,
passed and now stuck the other side of this wall.
Yeah, moving into ways where we can work around this problem, and also what Cherry Sunday is currently about. I really wanted to take Wall of Air, but I think it is like a tier 3 spell, so I couldn't take it. But I do have, as part of my set of spells, because I have power and air in terms of specialty, float. I'm wondering if there is a way that, because I am also like of an understanding of this particular sphere of magic, that I can do something, even if it's at tax to myself, to essentially try and negate or revert the magic at hand, and have that be my kind of like progressing role here.
So what are you trying to do with the float? Is what I'm trying to, as in to dispel the wall.
So float mechanically makes, I guess it's specifically attached to an object. It's not necessarily a self cast, because I can put it on the. And the way that float works is that become 10 times lighter for 1 minute with all that would convey. Either this is I make Miss Thing light and we physically remove her from the circumstances. Or if we're going to be making air a physical object, I can just attach this property to it and lift an air wall, which would be a bizarre thing to observe, but this feels like the physics are cromulent.
Yeah. What do you want to do here? It's up to you. You can try.
You know what? Let's go for the big motion here, where because I've held back as to try and throw that spell card to try and trip her up with the ice floor, and now people are past. I pull one last note and scribble it, and start walking at normal speed, like I'm just casual businesswoman walk. And then suddenly it bursts into a sprint, and I slam this sigil on her chest, and we just rocket off in an impossible direction at speed.
Yep, go for your roll. What are you rolling for this?
I'm happy to go and make this a physique roll. I do that
Okay.
at +1. Um, I mean, this is do or die. If I flub this, then I guess it just doesn't work. But
Mm.
hopefully, it'll be enough to clear the way for other people to get out of dodge. You know what? 15 total.
Yep, the wall starts kind of drifting off, and she looks very mad about it, by the way. She's like, "Excuse me, I put that there so I could lean on it."
Well, we're just gonna have to have a conversation instead, won't we?
Ugh.
Hero's journey. It seems that my part of the field trip is done for today. There is some administration work that I have to take care of, but all of you have fun exploring the site. And remember, you are in charge of your own story.
We are in charge of our own story. Yeah.
Sometimes I guess
So-
saying that through this god once again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Cherry's kind of removing herself from the battle then.
I'm
Okay.
basically kind of lifting up this barrier to progress so the three of you can just leave. And
Mhm.
Wait,
Cherry
because to
will deal
clarify,
with it.
because you went for the god, not the wall, right? So you like pushed the woman away, and you then went.
I think
with her.
with a physique check, I would be ideally wanting to kind of push the woman away if I'm
Yeah,
allowed
yeah.
to,
Okay.
Hmm.
to give everybody a room to escape. But I like the idea of being able to physically lift this invisible
Yeah, I thought you were
wall or
lifting
everybody.
the wall.
Lifting the
Yeah.
invisible wall
So
feels like a much
the wall
cooler
is-
visual where she's just like,
and she's like
"Ugh."
standing there looking very mad about it.
Mhm.
And Hellebore, how are you getting past her? Because you guys have actually got enough successes that you can just do this now. So just give
I
me your like, what's your ending shot of the session?
I think it's just kind of a sigh at her, and as
Don't you
me,
sigh at me, I sigh at you.
one hand on Fenrir and the other on my cane. I'm just gonna walk past her and not looking at her.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Like,
And she's just standing there like, I made you. I gave you all these creatures and this power, and you use it to defy me. Well, whatever you find in there is your own fault. And she drinks it and just melts away into the environment. And that is where we will end our session, people. So
Mhm.
next time on Age of the Outage, you will finally get to find out what is in the warehouse. Unfortunately, we will not have Cherry Sunday rejoining us next time. So people, please send your love to Nathan for the amazing little cameo for this week, especially. Thank you very much for
Glad I
agreeing
could
to
be
that
here
with
for one
us.
of the sessions. I'm so
Yeah.
glad that you got to go and run your game on air. That's so cool. So
Yeah.
yes. Thank
No,
you
it's
very
really
much for
fun.
having me on.
Yeah, so outro time. Hang on, I've got to get my
Mhm.
little checklist of things I actually have to go over because I can never remember. Right, people, thank you very much for coming by. This has been Age of the Outage Blackout. This is a like work in progress system. Age of the Outage is the system. If you're interested in it at all, keep an eye out. I'll be posting more stuff about it when it exists properly.
Mhm.
This is very much like a test run of trying everything. But thank you very much to Euphoria. EUphoria is like such a great organization, giving like people like myself a chance to run these things and a platform for people from everywhere like to do stuff. So please do check them out, follow them, subscribe, look at the Patreon and the Discord, especially if you're involved in TTRPGs. I'll give everyone else a second to plug themselves in a moment. Also, thank you very much to Three Sales Studios. They made Mappa Mundi and Gallows Corner and are supporting Nathan's game, which is very cool. So please also check them out. The fact that they're putting money in black people's pockets for Black History Month is honestly very based. So yeah. Also, Heike, thank you to Twitch UKI for letting us do this on the front page today. That was really
Indeed.
cool. Yeah, because I spoke to them about that. I wasn't really sure if anything would happen, and then they were like, "Yeah, we can do that."
Nice.
So yeah, people plug things. Do
Mhm.
the things.
You have to select us. Character select.
Oh
who's
no.
covering?
We can't see the order on Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
So last time we went with Magnolia last, so Magnolia, you go first this time.
Hi, you can follow me on daisypowerhour.bluesky.social. I'm currently mostly posting about She Who Became the Sun and Prior of the Orange Tree. It's rapidly turning into a book twit account. Like, I don't know what's happening there. It's just that. Also, on Sundays, every Sunday at I believe 5 p.m. UK time, 6 p.m. like Central Europe time. You can catch me on stream playing Call of Cthulhu on Nelisa's stream on Twitch. That is NLEEFE. You can catch me there.
Awesome. Next, let's go with Lola.
Hello, I am Lola. You can find me on Blue Sky and Instagram actually, because with yarn stuff under Third Vault Yarns, because I make yarn and I've got a ton of it. If you're looking at games and stuff, you can find me under Johnson O'Fair on itch.io, because I write games too and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
fun and stuff. So yes, I have been Hello Black, and catch you next week.
Yay. Now let's go with Nathan.
Absolutely. I am your androgynous android late night DJ, Nathan Blades, tabletop RPG streamer, voice actor, designer, general internet ne'er do well. You can catch me as the voice of Captain Oromar Vale on the Campaign Skyjacks podcast. You can catch me streaming on my own Twitch channel, the Neon Caster on Twitch, every Thursday. So we will be streaming on Thursday. Even though that is the day that the new Pokemon game comes out, and I'll probably want to be playing that, but we'll still be streaming for y'all.
Oh, that comes out Thursday?
Yeah, Pokemon ZA comes out on the 16th.
Oh, cool.
I'm
Didn't
so
know
ready
that.
for it.
Uh,
I got it pre-downloaded and everything.
What else? I'm at a bunch of conventions in November. A bunch meaning two. So I will be at a Thought Bubble on the second weekend of November, and I will be at Dragon Meet in London on the last weekend of November. In both instances, plugging my games, including my upcoming game, City of Espers, which will be published by Free Cell Studios. In fact, the pre-release version of those rules will be available for free in November. So please do watch this space. Have a thumb through the physical copy if you see me. But otherwise, have a wonderful evening, everybody.
Awesome. And last but not least, we
Good
have
evening,
Falarin.
everyone. Thank you so much. I am Falarin, a writer and an actor, and you can follow my exploits on various social media platforms. If you find my link tree, it is A Kingmade, AKINGMADE, and you will find the various things that I'm up to. Not least of all, if you're watching this in 2025 or even early 2026, I will probably be still touring in a show called Perfect Show for Rachel. We'll be in Manchester in November at some point, I think in the middle of November, like the 19th or so, until the 22nd. And then we'll be in other parts of the UK at other parts of the year. So please check that out. And also, hey, here's a little teaser for you. I'm self-publishing another comic book that will be coming out also hopefully at the end of this year. So follow me for comics as well as TTRPG things and acting and singing things. Come
Awesome.
follow me.
Hell yeah.
And then to hog the stage myself, because I didn't mention my own stuff. I'm Chochy or Leon. I do streams like 3 days a week every week, and community nights every Sunday. If you want to see me around, I am honestly kind of everywhere. Like my link for Twitch is in the thingy. but generally, like every time I go to events, everyone's like, "You're everywhere. Why are you here?" So I'm just around. But yeah, I run like I love doing TTRPGs and writing. Like I'm making this one. It somewhat seems to function at the moment. Um, and then I also do a lot of games and like cosplay and stuff like that. Bit of everything. So if you like a bit of everything and a lot of ADHD and getting distracted, come find me. I'll happily info dump about like nautical anchors with you or whatever. Also, massive shout out to the folks over at EUphoria, especially like because this has been on front page. We've had like a lot more moderation stuff going on tonight just to keep everybody safe, and also like Darcy dealing with the fact that we've overrun and like not yelling at me. Thank you. I'm sorry. uh, and yeah, appreciate everyone here. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Please do support all these lovely Black creators and EUphoria and its mission in general. And I believe we're gonna raid out to friendo that me and Nathan know, Tari, who is actually another member of our stream team, Black Twitch UK, who is currently doing Little Nightmares with another friendo of mine. So please stick around to scare them with your support. And this will be back next Monday for the finale of Age of the Outage Blackout. Um, be there. I have a lot of things written, so I'm very excited to see what happens because, for context, this game is very sandboxy. I had no idea what they were going to do today. I was not expecting God test, but we got there, so that was fun. Thank you very much, everybody. And
See
we
you all
will see
soon.
you. Yeah.